Elizabeth Rangel being escorted by Cora Visser. Upon graduation, Elizabeth plans to attend the University of Texas at Austin. Mauro Robles is being escorted by...
All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Cedar Creek High School football, live from Memorial Stadium tonight. Your Cedar Creek Eagles and the Bastrop Bears. Crosstown rivals face off. District 13 5A, Division 2. Tonight, your Cedar Creek Eagles coming in 2-2 after a devastating loss against the Rouse Raiders right here at Memorial Stadium last Friday night. The Bastrop Bears are coming in off a loss as well, and they have yet to win a contest in district play this season. Their only win has been to a non-conference game, so they're coming in 0-4 tonight. If you look on the video screen, you're going to see a bunch of Bastrop players and parents coming across. It is senior night tonight for the Bastrop Bears, so what that means is the Bastrop Bears are the home team this year, and the Cedar Creek Eagles are the visiting team across yonder, those little people sitting over there in the bleachers so far away. Cedar Creek band is up there in your upper right-hand corner. Fans are spread out accordingly due to social distancing and you know what, the C word, COVID. So with that being said, we are ready to get underway here. This is the Schlotzsky's pregame show. I'm Pistol Pete with Sam Houston live from Memorial Stadium in the Bastrop Stone and Material broadcast booth. This broadcast is brought to you entirely by Roscoe State Bank, and we will be right back with the start of the Schlotzsky's pregame show.
Why is the word abbreviation so long? Or more importantly, what is it that makes Schlotzsky's lots better for every meal?
Oh, that's easy. It's the bread.
Is it all the savory sandwiches? Like everyone's favorite, the original sandwich, stacked high with ham, 2 kinds of salamis, 3 kinds of cheese, black olives, and lots fresher vegetables.
Yes, all that, but especially the bread.
Or maybe it's all the choices, from lots fresher salads to Schlotzsky's signature pizzas hot out of the oven.
Right, but those are made even better by Schlotzsky's fresh from scratch bread and pizza crust made daily from their delicious sourdough recipe.
Perhaps it's Schlotzsky's new restaurant design, with tableside service that makes it the perfect choice for lunch and dinner every day.
I still think it's the bread.
Okay, it's the bread. You've never tasted bread like this before. So soft it melts in your mouth and served toasted to perfection. Find out for yourself today.
If you're from Texas, you understand the value of hard work, a warm smile, a firm handshake, and the loyalty of a friend. These defining qualities of what it means to be from Texas are the qualities you'll find in the folks at the Roscoe State Bank. Formed in 1906 out of the farming plains of West Texas, the Roscoe State Bank has been a model of true community banking for almost 110 years. Honesty, integrity, hard work, it's what being a Texan's all about. And that's what Roscoe State Bank is all about. Roscoe State Bank is a proud supporter of Cedar Creek Eagles and a member FDIC.
Hey folks, did you know for over 22 years, Bastrop Stone and Material Supply has been the go-to for professionals and DIYers to use for all their landscape projects. Established in 1998, the family-owned business has served Bastrop and surrounding areas with the quality, affordable landscape materials that they deserve. Their huge selection of materials will help you drive that creative side of you to help you create that dream landscape. For more information and details, visit bastropstone.com or call Jaime or Gabby at 512-303-5060. It's Bastrop Stone and Material Supply. Our reputation is rock solid. You're listening to the Schlotzsky's pregame show, the Greek broadcast team on SHN Sports, located at 492 Highway 71, right in front of Walmart. Also located at Elgin at 1131 Highway 290 East. Go to schlotzskys.com/Texas/Bastrop or /Elgin for details on catering your next event. You can order by DoorDash and have it delivered right to your house to watch the game on your own couch.
All right, welcome back, folks, to Memorial Stadium. My, oh my, this is the game that we wait for every season. The Bastrop Bears and the Cedar Creek Eagles as crosstown rivals as we look to improve 3-2 on the season as Bastrop looks for their first district win on the season. In the booth with me tonight, I got Sam Houston. Thank you, Sam, for showing your pretty little face tonight here in the Bastrop Stone and Material broadcast booth.
Well,
that's your cue.
Yeah, I can't miss 2 weeks in a row.
Man, something's just not sounding right on this dealio. Let me turn that back over here. So tonight, like I said, the Eagles coming off a loss against the Rouse Raiders by a score of 55 to Jiminy. I think I was there or something. 55 to 31, and it wasn't due to lack of effort, that's for sure. Sam, I know you weren't here last week, but the Eagles, I thought, played really well. But what plagued them and what set them back was the turnovers. Brock McLaughlin had 3 fumbles. Those all resulted in points for the Rouse Raiders, as well as 1 interception that resulted in points as well. You take those away from the 55, and we had a ball game. So, but at the same time, the Rouse Raiders were really gunning for Brock McLaughlin. They were really looking to strip that ball. It was really obvious the way they were going after him. Or anybody who had the ball for that matter. But the young man, he played really well. Other than just having difficulty hanging on to the ball, and Cedar Creek just basically beat themselves against the Rouse Raiders. The Rouse Raiders defense, to me, I did not think was very good because Brock McLaughlin went 16 for 25 for 342 yards on the loss, and he rushed for 6 carries and 10 yards, which isn't anything to brag about, but that's the difference between, that's a first down. That's something that you might need. So, I mean, he played really well. I really thought he played well. I thought the rest of the Eagles played well. Damian Perez had an outstanding night. He had 5 catches for 178 yards for 2 touchdowns. McLaughlin, he threw for 3 of those touchdowns. And Aiden Prinz, he had 4 catches for 39 yards and 1 touchdown, and Davin Winston had 5 rushes for 43 yards and 1 touchdown. Henry Jones, if I remember correctly, was perfect on the night. I think he went 3 for 4 if I remember now. And he also had a field goal from 27 yards out that tallied 3 points for the Eagles. So that's what gave them the difference between the 28 points that they had and the 31 that they ended up with. So the Eagles are definitely going to have to figure out a way tonight to hold on to that ball, and I'm sure with the help of with probably a roll of duct tape this week in practice, I'm pretty sure Coach Hill and the rest of the staff drove that point home pretty hard.
Well, it's a lot about technique. I mean, a few years back when Hunter had a fumbling issue, he went through 2 weeks with coaches that walked around with PVC and foam wrapped around the end of them, and they literally had to carry the ball all over the place. And if somebody knocked the ball, it was like that movie they made where that kid had a fumbling problem. And what was that called?
It was the one with James Caan. It was The Program. It was called The Program. I love that movie. That's one of the best football movies ever made.
And honestly, it works, too, because his fumbling went – I mean, we didn't have fumbling issues after that. A lot of times what happens is teams will watch film – and they will find your weakness. And it could be the way Brock's carrying the ball. It could be something just technique-wise. So, I'm sure they've worked on that. I'm sure they worked on that last week, too. It's just a matter of, man, when you're running for your life at times, you're not really thinking about how you're holding the ball. So I'm sure they've worked on it. And, I mean, you're right, though. I mean, I think probably 90% of our problems have been turnovers, whether it's interceptions or fumbles. And it's not always Brock. Sometimes it's our backs, you know.
Right.
I think if we literally cut that out just to an average margin, we've won at least one more game. If not two.
those 3 fumbles, those are the ones that we lost. We fumbled the ball more than that. We actually fumbled the ball 2 more times that we actually were able to recover. And one of those, I believe, was the running back. I think it was Dominique that got that one stripped out of his hands right there at the offensive line. But most of the night, when Brock actually I thought he responded well under pressure, But later in the game, it seemed like that was really starting to get old as the offensive line for the Cedar Creek Eagles started to break down a little bit because he ended up getting sacked 4 times.
Well, and he doesn't have, he's not a quarterback that's going to escape a lot of trouble in the backfield. That's just not his game. If you give him a little bit of time, he can pick you apart. He has that ability to do that. He's a very, very smart kid. He knows where his windows are. He knows where the routes are. And he's pretty good at reading the defense, in my opinion. But when you start putting pressure on him, you start making him run for his life and throw on the run, I mean, that's probably a lot of where his fumbles came from.
Yep.
His fumbles probably came from him trying to get out of trouble, and that's not his game.
That's exactly where they came from. I mean, he's coming in tonight 52 for 102 for 780 yards. And I'm going to tell you, folks, right off the bat, my stats that I have are stats that I put together based on the games that we've called. And the only game that I did not call this year was the very first game against Seguin on that 48-2 blowout. So I can't imagine the Eagles had a lot of offense that game. So I think these stats are probably relative. I was got with the coaches and tried to get some information, and they're busy taking care of the practices and stuff. They didn't have time to communicate that information on either side of the stadium tonight. So with that being said, my stats are pretty close, but I'm sure I'm missing a few things. So anyway, Brock came in 52 for 102, 780 yards, 9 sacks, 3 interceptions, 3 fumbles, and those were all in one game, and 8 touchdowns that he's thrown. No, he threw for those, and he rushed for 38 times for 241 yards, averaging a little over 6 yards a carry for it's supposed to be 2 touch. No, I guess he didn't have any touchdowns. He had 1 touchdown rushing, didn't he? Earlier in the year, that might have been a conference game.
It might have been.
Non-conference, I believe.
Actually.
Yeah, I made a mistake here on my stat sheet. I'm trying to figure out where it was. But it looks like right now Dominique's name it's P. It's just a letter P there, and I'm trying to figure out.
Is that Dominic?
Yeah. But anyway, good thing I had 21 next to it. I wouldn't know who it is.
It's pizza.
It's pizza. There you go. Domino's Pizza. So speaking of Dominic Mojica, 58 carries for 297 yards, and. Davin Winston carried the ball 24 times for 156 yards, averaging about 6.5 yards a carry, responsible for 3 touchdowns. Dominique was responsible for 2 touchdowns. So, like I said, last week against the Rouse Raiders, they really put some impressive numbers on the board, but like I said, the turnovers just plagued them and put them back on their heels. The game started out with a kickoff return run back for a touchdown, the very first play of the game. 13 seconds into the game, and your Rouse Raiders were on top 7-0 that quickly. So they were set back on their heels quickly, but easily, but started to rebound. They had 14 points, and they answered with 2 touchdowns in that first quarter, and then spread out the remaining 17 points throughout the rest of the game. But I mean, I thought from where I was sitting, other than the turnovers, I really thought they played well. The receivers were catching the ball. I mean, it was a good. I thought it was a good showing. Hopefully, they can build on it this week.
In all honesty, we've only had one game, in my opinion, where we came out and just played bad. I mean, from start to finish, there's really only been one game. Other than that, we've played well.
Yeah,
it's just a matter of, we turn the ball over too much. I mean, 1, 2, 3 times a game is too much. You remember early in the season, we were having penalty problems.
Right.
And I mean, that they corrected that pretty fast.
Yeah, that Elgin game was a nightmare when it came to penalties.
Conley
it was as well.
Yeah, well, it really was. But I think it's just a matter of calming down and keeping Brock in what he does best. Let him give him a couple of seconds in the pocket. And I think even looking at our rushing yards, I mean, our yards per carry are good, Pete, but we're this far into the season and we don't have 1,000 yards rushing yet.
Yeah.
I mean, we should, and that's with Davin, who can run.
Yeah.
I mean, he can flat run, and it's also with Dominique, who we know he can run. And it's not like they don't get the attempts per game. They get the attempts per game. We're just not hitting those big runs at all. Once in a blue moon, we'll break one for 20 or 25, but I think a lot of that.
Well, the longest run we've had of the whole season is that 73 yarder that Mojica broke against against Eastview.
Yeah,
It was Eastview.
and that was all on him too.
Yeah.
I mean, he broke several tackles, but I mean, I think you can look at.
No,
our
it wasn't
rushing-
Eastview because we didn't score any points against Eastview. It was the other game before that. It was Conley. Yeah.
But if you look at our rushing yards, and you turn around and look what's happening to Brock, once the ball snapped, I think it kind of sheds a little light on our offensive line is struggling a little bit to actually get holes for the running backs and to give Brock a little bit of time to throw. I mean, I really think if you gave him time to throw, just a little bit of time, things would definitely pick up for him. I mean, he's got 780 yards for the season. That's respectable. His completion percentage is almost 50%. That's good. And he's only thrown 3 interceptions. Honestly, he hasn't. It hasn't been. I can't put it all on him.
No, he's been pretty accurate. He really has, and there hasn't been a lot. No, we can't put it all on him. We can't. I mean, the young man's coming in his first year. Last year he played for the JV because of his eligibility issues, and this year I thought he responded very well, not only to Coach Hill, but to adjusting to the
new offense.
Yeah, well, not only that, but we don't have that. We don't have that. Man, it's hard to. We don't have that star player. Like you said earlier, we don't have 1,000 yards rushing yet. We don't have 1,500 yards passing like some of the teams that we play, like Eastview, and teams like that. We just don't. We never have. Hopefully we will in the future, but we've never had that big star player that would be able to put the game on their back and have them carry us.
Well, I mean, you think about it. But
he's adjusted well to that.
But I mean, even if we do, Pete, I mean, we've had kids rush for 200 yards a game.
Yeah,
we still lose those games.
We've had All-American kids on our team too, and we've lost those games.
I mean, it is a team effort. I mean, one guy's not going to do it, and even when one guy does do it, if you don't compliment him with something, you got to have somebody. You got to have somebody else to help you. Whether it's an offensive line, whether it's a receiver that you can depend on. A quarterback, a running back, you got to have somebody else that can. I mean, all that ends up happening is teams know they got to key on one player, take him out of the game, and that's it.
Right.
And that's what teams will do.
That's why they double-teamed Alfred as much as they did last year.
They did.
Here comes your Cedar Creek Eagles out of their tunnel, coming out, getting ready for the national anthem. Led by number 22, number 24, Zane Zimmerman, or that might be 28. Jerry Torres, actually. Can't see that far. It's going to be a difficult time seeing across the stadium tonight, being the Eagles are on the opposite side of the field. Talk about the Bastrop Bears a little bit. Coach Patman, the head coach, he's in his 9th year as a head coach for Bastrop. Overall record of 37-52 in district. He is 24-38. They've made the playoffs in 2014, 15, and 18. And that was 2015 was the same year the Eagles made the playoffs well. So.
I mean, I hate to say it, but Bastrop, and I mean it as a whole, Bastrop and Cedar Creek, when we've made the playoffs, we've snuck in there.
Yeah, we have.
I mean, it hasn't been, neither one of them have had, Bastrop hasn't had a really a team that's achieved a lot since 2010, and that's what we were talking about earlier.
I think they were 7-4 that year.
Yeah, I mean, back then with Josiah, they went all the way next to the semifinals of the state championship.
Right.
Eric's senior year, they went several rounds deep in the playoffs. But it's kind of crazy because if I look at it athlete per athlete, they've always had more athletes than we have.
Right. Well, they're 6-1 against the Cedar Creek Eagles, and last year was the first year that the Cedar Creek Eagles actually beat the Bastrop Bears. They beat them 17-7. But the games, the years before that have been kind of rough. They really started closing the gap around 2017 on a 2-point loss against the Bears, and then the 2018 season. Or 2018 season, they lost the game 28-29 to the Bears. So 3 total points separated 2 years on the games, but the Eagles bounced back last year. Were able to defeat the Bastrop Bears, and hopefully we're going to start a new trend heading that way. The Bastrop Bears have a pretty big hole to dig themselves out of here in District 13 5A Division 2 as they are coming in tonight 0-4 against the 2-2 Eagles as the captains come to the center of the field. Tonight, your captain for Cedar Creek is number 21, Dominique Mojica. He's our running back. He's a senior. And number 4 for the Bastrop Bears is Jackson Jenkins. He's a senior, he's one of the wide receivers and plays dual roles as a defensive back as well. We are going to take a real short break here, and we're going to come back with the opening kickoff. We got 4 minutes and 55 seconds showing in the pregame. The colors are getting ready to make their way onto the field, and you're listening to the Creek broadcast team on SHN Sports. I'm Pistol Pete with Sam Houston.
Life insurance is one of those subjects that make people want to change the subject, rather than admit they probably don't have enough. That's why State Farm agent Lori Tuggle in Bastrop focuses on how the benefits of life insurance actually live on by asking people to think in terms of life without having to sell the house insurance or life without having to give up college insurance. Find out how the benefits of life insurance can live on for your family. Call State Farm agent Lori Tuggle in Bastrop, Texas at 512-581-3939 or look her up on her website at www.lorituggleagency.com. And let's put the life back in life insurance.
Welcome back to the Cedar Creek Eagles Bastrop Bears Showdown with the Creek broadcast team live on SHN Sports.
All right, folks, we're back here at Memorial Stadium. The colors are making their way onto the field. We are going to turn down the mics and turn up the crowd mic and listen to the national anthem that's going to be starting here shortly.
The color guard on the field is commanded by Cadet Lieutenant Zavala and is assisted by Cadet Asin Segura, Cadet Lieutenant Commander and Holder Cadet Chief Petty Officer Vasquez. At the south end of the field, raising the colors, we have Cadet Seaman Recruit Rutledge, Cadet Seaman Apprentice Eden, and Cadet Petty Officer 2nd Class Collins. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. Gentlemen, remove your hats. Playing of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, please ask that you remain standing until the colors have exited the field.
Sam, you can attest in the past, this has been a very, very physical series that these Bastrop Bears and Cedar Creek Eagles play.
Prior to 2017, Pete, there was brawls in every game. In every single
Well, there's
game.
a reason why they don't do the jalapeno eating contest at Whataburger anymore.
Yeah.
All right, Henry Jones got it lined up at the 40-yard line. It looks like the Eagles are kicking off. And they probably deferred to the second half. So, looks like they won the toss as Henry Jones punches one down the left side as we get underway here. The first quarter picked up at the 12-yard line. Oh, he's got some running room, and he's going to get wrapped up. That's number 6 for the Bastrop Bears. Gets it all the way up to the 45, down to about the 46-yard line. That kickoff return by Julius Baynard for the Bastrop Bears, and the Bears will have 1st and 10 from their own 46-yard line. Let's do some change-a-rooski here. Let's get that fixed. And all right, we're just underway here at Memorial Stadium. 1st and 10 for the Bears. Shotgun position. Snap, hands it off number 17 up the left side. He's met hard. He picks up maybe a yard or two. Taking the snaps for the Bastrop Bears is number 10, Seth Mauser. He's a sophomore for the Eagles, or for the Bears. I wish I had some stats for the young man. That ball was handed off to number 17 for the Bears. He's going to be their main running back. He's a sophomore, Demir Thompson. Picks up, looks like 2 yards on the carry. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Has a sweep to the right. Handed off to number 3. He's going to pick out. Oh, it's going to be a late flag coming in. Be a late hit on.
And it really wasn't that late, Pete. I mean, it was a little bit, but.
This first quarter brought to you by Uncharted Adventures out of Kyle, Texas. It's a smash room. It's axe throwing. It's all the fun stuff that you can't do in your own home. So you can go to the Uncharted Adventures down in Kyle. Look them up on the web at unchartedadventures.com. So that's going to be a personal foul against Cedar Creek Eagles. That's going to move it into Eagle territory. As we're underway here, hand off the left side, number 17 with the carry off the right side. That's Thompson. He gets it up over the 45, or over the 35, down close to the 30. It's like he's going to pick up about 3 yards on the carry. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 7 for the Bears.
You're listening to the Creek broadcast team on SHN Sports.
All right, 2nd down and 7. Messner has the ball. He's going to keep it. He's going to go up the middle. He's got some running room. He's going to have the end zone inside, and the Bears are going to draw first blood tonight as number 10, Seth Mauser, carries it in from 32 yards out for a Bastrop touchdown. Young man's got some wheels for a sophomore.
Well,
not afraid to run the ball. That opened up like the great divide up the middle there.
You beat me to it. That's what I was going to say.
Well, the Bastrop Bears are the home team tonight. Point after coming. Mauser with the hold. The ball's on the way, and it's through the upright for the point after. That puts Bastrop on top, 7-0. That quickly, 1 minute and 27 seconds into the first quarter, Eagles find themselves on their heels that quickly.
Yep, that was 3 plays.
We're hot.
Helped a 15-yard penalty, too.
Yeah, it didn't help. So far for the Bastrop Bears, it's been the Seth Mauser show along with the Demir Thompson as the running back. He has not put the ball in the air yet. We've yet to see what kind of arm he has as far as that's concerned, or accuracy, as the Eagles send Damian Perez and Josh Roberts deep to take the kickoff for the Cedar Creek Eagles. They are moving from my right to left. They're wearing white with blue numbers. The Bastrop Bears, as you can see on the video screen, they're wearing all maroon with some white stripes and white numbers. Their traditional home colors.
Seth Mauser's just a sophomore.
Yeah, he's such a sophomore. He's going to be
He's a good-sized kid.
power to reckon with.
Let it
That
go out of
ball's
bounds.
kicked up the left side and out of bounds. Comes down about the 20 or about the 15-yard line before it bounces out of bounds. So that's going to be probably a do-over if I know Coach Hill. And he'll back it up 5 yards to the 35-yard line and re-kick the ball. It's only the second penalty of the game. Eagles responsible for the first one, personal foul. Like you said, it was a late hit. I didn't see the play.
Yeah, he was on the ground and kind of speared him with his shoulder. I wonder why, just out of curiosity, I wonder why they re-kicked so many times instead of him, because that would have been pretty good field position.
Well, they give, I saw that against Rouse last week where I thought it was when it went out of bounds, but the coach is actually given the option, like you said, take the penalty or re-kick. And, you take 5-yard penalty from the spot where it went out of bounds, so it'd come up to the 20-yard line, so it's not horrible field position, but at the same time, if Damian Perez gets a hold of that ball, which looks like this time he is, he's going to have to go back for it.
Yeah,
and that's going to go, he's going to have to play it at the 1-yard line. Damian Perez is on the run. He's going to get wrapped up, so that 20 yards is he's still on his feet. Picks up a couple extra yards, but it's going to be brought down at the 10-yard line where the Eagles will have a Bastrop signs and banners first down to start their first drive 90 yards away from the promised land. We're going to see what Brock McLaughlin and the Cedar Creek Eagles can respond.
He almost squeezed out of that.
He almost did.
I'm not sure how. He had 3 guys on him.
So here come your Cedar Creek Eagles with Brock McLaughlin in the backfield. They're in shotgun position along with Dominique Mojica off his left side. You got Perez and Prinz on the near side. Josh Roberts to the top side. Waiting on the snap and the gun. Here's the snap. He rolls out to the right. He's looking to throw right off the bat. He's got Prinz. He's at the 30-yard line or 20-yard line for Cedar Creek, and Bastrop signs first down. First pass, first reception is good for 11 yards, and that's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Cedar Creek Eagles. Josh Roberts from McLaughlin.
Was that Josh Roberts?
It was, yeah. This Prinz and Perez run this side. Now we got Roberts on this side and Prinz and Damian on the top side. 2 setbacks. We got Davin Winston and Dominique Mojica. There's a handoff. Mojica with the carry up the right side. He's got a little running room. Gets over top of the line of scrimmage. Up near the 25-yard line. Looks like he's going to be at the 23-yard line where he picks up 2 yards on the carry. It'll be 2nd down and 8 with 9:44 to go here in the first quarter. Bastrop Bears on top quickly, 7-0 on a 32-yard Seth Mauser quarterback run. Waiting on the snap, hands that one off to Mojica too. He goes up the middle and he's met immediately by the Bastrop Bear defensive line. They're going to give him 1 yard, it looks like, up to the 24-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd and long. Freeman goes out. Davin Winston comes in.
You notice Bastrop doesn't have any of them big old hogs on the line like
no,
they've had.
not like they used to.
They didn't have it last year either. They used to have some monsters on the line.
A.J. Siner comes out over the ball as the center for the Eagles tonight. McLaughlin with 2 setbacks. Receivers, 1 goes in motion. McLaughlin looking to throw. He's under pressure. He's going to have to get out, and he's going to get knocked down and sacked for a loss. As the Bastrop Bears came with the blitz. He's going to lose 2 all the way back to the 19-yard line. It's going to bring up 4th down and 9. Or take that back, 4th down and 11.
He really just didn't have enough time to do anything. I mean, he did have Mojica in the flat. But I think he's still looking for something downfield.
So McLaughlin back to punt. Lets it go, nearly blocked. That's going to take a good bounce. Oh, it takes a great Cedar Creek bounce all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Don't touch it, let it go. And right at exactly at the Bastrop Bear 30-yard line. On about a 50, close to a 50-yard punt with a great roll. as the Bears will start 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
You're listening to the Creek broadcast team on SHN Sports.
This first quarter brought to you by Uncharted Adventures, located at 396 County Road, 202, Building 17B, like boy, Kyle, Texas. Go to unchartedadventures.com to book your session today. It's a fun place. A friend of mine owns that I work with. There's a snap. Mauser hands it off to Thompson. Thompson rolls to the outside. He's met by Henry Jones. He gets mowed over, but he slows him down enough. Looks like he's going to pick up 5 yards on the play. That's Thompson with the carry. 2nd down and 5. The Eagles are going to have to figure out a way really quickly to stop that as Mauser fades back to throw. He's got one open, and he's met at the 40-yard line and brought out of bounds over top of the 40-yard line, about the 43-yard line. It's enough for a Bastrop Bears 1st down.
That's their first pass of the game.
It is. Mauser to number 4, Jackson Jenkins. Number 5?
5.
Sorry. Jalen Cavazos. There's a handoff to Thompson. He sneaks around and gets up over top of the 45 to about the 48-yard line. It's going to pick up 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5 for the Bears.
That seemed generous.
Ball spotted at the 48-yard line.
They're doing really good actually running against our defensive line right now, because normally that's our strong point.
All right, Mauser in the shotgun, 1 setback. He hands it off to Thompson. He goes up that left side. He's got a hole, and he's going to get drugged pretty close down to the 1st down marker. And the referee signaling.
You'll get it. Keep going.
Keep going. 1st down for the Bears in Cedar Creek territory at the Cedar Creek 47-yard line.
We seem to be playing a little tight. We just don't have these big gaping holes in the defensive line like this.
There's a handoff to Thompson up to the right side. He meets the linebackers. Oh, and he's bent over backwards. That's how you get hurt. Ouch.
Yeah,
But he pops right back up. Man, that's a great spot.
Golly, man.
Man. All right. Thompson picks up 5 on the carry. It's going to be 2nd down and 5 with 6:10 to go here in the first quarter. Bears on top 7-0.
I guess he can only get 5 yards a carry.
Yeah.
That's where he's at.
That's all it takes.
5.
That's all you got to do it twice.
Yeah.
All right, Mauser, shotgun position, hands it off to Thompson. No, he keeps this one. He's going to be met. Oh, there's a catch by number 4, enough for a 1st down. Jackson Jenkins with the catch.
We had him for no gain.
Yeah,
too,
we had him for no
missed.
gain, and he just took 1 step to the side and made the defensive back miss. And that's a Bastrop Bear 1st down at the Cedar Creek 35-yard line. 5:45 to go in the first.
That's Micah Roberts out there. Is that our normal corner out there?
I don't think so. He usually plays special teams.
Yeah.
All right, there's a handoff to the other quarterback, and he's got a smooth shot all the way to the end zone. There's another Bastrop touchdown by Aiden Barger, the Bastrop Jr. Point after pending. It's on the way. It's up and through and makes it.
Corner.
I'm not sure. So just like that, your Bastrop Bears on top of the Cedar Creek Eagles. 14-0 here in the first quarter. 5:26 left to go in the first.
That was a 7-play drive.
So far, the ground game has been working for the Bears, and the Eagles have no answer for it so far. They're going to have to. I don't know, man. They here lately. It just sort of seems like they enjoy trying to come from behind. You know.
Well, I mean, in all honesty, we put ourselves in a hole every game.
Mm-hmm. Maybe they came in a little too psyched tonight on this crosstown rival because Bastrop Bears show up to mean business, that's for sure. I mean, I can't, it stands to reason because they're coming in with no district wins, and so they're going to come out tonight and just try to do everything they can just to break that bubble because the games they have for the remainder of the season for the Bastrop Bears are marginal at best.
Yeah, marginal. But it's a rivalry game. You can throw records out the window at that point.
Jonathan Spurlock lines it up at the 40. Lets it go. It's a nice kick up the middle. Davin Winston's going to settle under it. He gets over top of the 30-yard line. He's going to slop forward to about the 34-yard line where the Eagles will have a Bastrop Signs and Banners first down to start their second series of the quarter. Better field position than the first.
I think
first one they had.
We tend to lack that. I mean, we had a substantial hole there, but we tend to lack that blowaway speed, which somebody hits that, you don't catch them.
Right. All right, 1st and 10 for the Eagles at their own 34-yard line. McLaughlin in the shotgun position. He has Mojica off his right shoulder. 2 receivers near top side. Winston goes in, Perez goes in motion, gets the handoff. He's got some running room. He's up near the first down marker where they're going to mark it just look like right at the first down marker. And yes, it is. It's going to be a Bastrop Signs and Banners first down for the Cedar Creek Eagles on the sweep with Davin Winston picking up 10 yards exactly. 5:12 to go in the first quarter. Bastrop Bears on top quickly, 14-0. Eagles looking to strike. Prinz and Perez on the near side. One goes in motion on the backside. Got Dominique Mojica's got a little bit on a bubble screen. Gets up over the 50-yard line before he's wrangled out of bounds near or just past midfield at about the 45-yard line, 46-yard line. And that's going to be enough
yards.
For that was 11 yards. I didn't think he had the first down. That's going to be enough for a Bastrop Signs and Banners first down.
That's the same play we had him when Brock took a sack earlier.
Yep.
We had that wheel route out of the backfield, or out in the flats, I mean.
All right, the Eagles finally moving the ball into Bastrop territory. 4:51 to go. McLaughlin drops back. He's got one setback off his left shoulder, 2 to the top, 1 to the near side. Playing off the left hash mark. Here comes Perez in motion. Hands it off to Mojica. He lowers his head, and he meets resistance immediately. And his forward progress is going to, looks like he's going to get the line of scrimmage back. They're going to be, actually going to mark him back 1 yard, it looks like. So he's going to lose one. As that defensive line for the Bears closed up quickly. Ball placed at the 47-yard line in Bastrop territory. It's going to be second down and 11 for the Eagles. Freeman moves over to the other side. 1 setback. He hands that one off on a delay. Mojica drops to the outside, gets over top of the 45-yard line. Gets some of that yardage back. Looks like they're going to mark him right around the 42. Looks like he's going to pick up 5 yards on the carry. It'll be 3rd down and 6 for the Eagles as Davin Winston checks in. McLaughlin brings the play in from Coach Hill. Aiden Prinz breaks to the top side along with Damian Perez. Near side's Josh Roberts. 1 setback. Mojica lining up in a slot position with Davin Winston as the running back.
There it is.
Oh, in and out of the hands of Aiden Prinz.
Man, he was wide open too.
Oh, I hate gloves. I really do. So that's going to bring up 4th down and 6. This could be 4-down territory for the Eagles. It looks like they're contemplating it. 3:14 to go in the first. Clock is stopped on the incomplete pass. The board is showing 4th and 6 as it looks like the Eagles are going to go for it. 4th and 6. McLaughlin drops back. He's got Mojica off his left shoulder, showing blitz. He flows back to throw. Oh, that ball's thrown way, way over the head of the intended receiver, Josh Roberts. Good defensive coverage by the Bastrop Bears.
He was covered, Pete.
Yeah.
That might have been on purpose.
So that's going to be a turnover on downs for the Cedar Creek Eagles as the Bastrop Bears will start 1st and 10 from their own 42-yard line. 3:09 to go here in the first. Eagles down 14-0 to the Bears. The Bears.
You know, we can't continuously, year after year after year, ask our defense to keep stepping up.
Eagles showing blitz. Got Mauser under pressure. Ooh, that might be intentional grounding.
Where's
no
the flag? There was nobody there.
Coaches on the other side of the field are. That ball never even made it past the line of scrimmage.
There it is.
There's the flag. So they're going to stop the clock at 3:04, and they're going to call intentional grounding on Mauser, as it was one thing that he was in the pocket and threw it, but the ball did not make it past the line of scrimmage, which is what got him.
And there was no receiver around. If he'd had it back there, he would have got away with it.
So that's going to back it up 15 yards, or 10 yards, I'm sorry, all the way back to.
And lost it down.
I guess they do it, they marked at the spot of the foul?
Because
that's like 11 yards right there.
Not usually.
Yeah, that's 11 yards right there. So,
but it lost it down too. So it's second.
Second and 21 for the Bears. Shotgun position as Mauser sends one in motion. Thompson in the backfield, hands that one off to Thompson. Thompson is met immediately, right at the 30-yard line, as Davin Winston and the Bastrop Bear out there in the flat playing to the whistle.
That's what we needed. We needed a stop. Now we need one more big stop right here on 3rd and 20. No pass.
So it looks like still 3rd and 21 and no gain on the play. That handoff was to Damari. I'm going to call him Damari Thompson.
This is in our favor, too, because I don't think he's quite got the arm to get the ball downfield real far.
That ball is handed off on a sweep to Thompson. Thompson's going to get he's going to get wrapped up hard as Gustafson is there to send him downtown. It's going to bring up 4th and long as the Cedar Creek Eagle defense comes up big, and it's going to force a Bastrop Bear punt as Thompson just didn't have anywhere to go.
That was a great play. That was a great play by Gustafson.
Aiden Gustafson read that one like a book and was able to shut down Thompson without any. Looks like he picked up probably 4 yards on the carry.
What?
But
yeah, he did get
4th down and 17 as the punt team is on for the Bears. This rugby-style punt lets it go up that left side. He's going to wank that one out of bounds. No, it's going to come down about the 40 and take a great Cedar Creek bounce. Awesome. Comes back about 7 or 8 yards towards midfield and finally jumped on by the Bastrop Bears. And the Eagles have great field position at their own 48-yard line when we come back from this.
Are you a play outside the box kind of person, or just looking to unleash some pent-up aggression?
Or maybe just celebrating a divorce. Whichever it may be,
I have the perfect place for you. Uncharted Adventures, formerly 512 Range Road, located in Kyle, Texas at 395 County Road 202, building 17B, right outside Kyle on FM 150. It has a huge smash room, 4 axe throwing targets, with a bar and lounge area for you to relax. You can smash and destroy anything from TVs, computers, glassware, furniture, even cars. It's great fun for the whole family. And coming soon, a 2-lane shooting gallery. Check them out at unchartedadventures.com for details, or call 512-537-3113. Ask for Damon, Trace, Sarah, or Denise. Book your next Uncharted Adventure now. That's Uncharted Adventure. They are the house of untraditional entertainment.
All right, back here at Memorial Stadium, that last play was a handoff to Dominique Mojica. He picked up, looks like 7 yards on the carry. It's going to be 2nd down and 3 from the Bastrop 45-yard line. McLaughlin in the shotgun position, waiting on the snap. Hands that one off to Mojica, bounces outside, gets over the line. Going to get near a Cedar Creek 1st down. Down to looks like the 41-yard line, and that is going to be enough for a Cedar Creek 1st down as we have a Bastrop player down on the field. That's a Bastrop banners. Bastrop signs and banners 1st down as we take an injury timeout on the field.
Thinking about building something? The Roscoe State Bank in Bastrop has money to lend for your project. Whether it's commercial or residential construction, the lending experts at the Roscoe State Bank can get you the funding you need to get the job done. Drop by the Roscoe State Bank at 710 Highway 71 West in Bastrop, right in front of Home Depot. Roscoe State Bank is an equal housing lender and a proud supporter of the Bastrop ISD and Cedar Creek Athletics. Roscoe State Bank, member FDIC.
Cedar Creek Eagles, Bastrop Bears, Silver on a Creek broadcast.
All right, we're back, and the young man's up under his own power, as that is number 7, Dwayne Jackson. He's a junior for the Bastrop Bears. Gets helped, or gets under off his own power. Didn't see what the actual issue was. It wasn't limping. Maybe got the wind knocked out of him. All right, shotgun position. First down for McLaughlin. Got Roberts as the receiver. He turns and spins. And forward progress is going to give him, looks like 4 yards maybe. The ball's going to be spotted at about the 38-yard line. We're going to give him 3 yards. It'll be second down and 7 for the Eagles. 43 seconds left to go here in the first. Bastrop Bears on top, 14-0. On a Mauser and Barger runs. McLaughlin fading back to throw. He's under pressure. He gets away. He's got some running room in front of him. He's going to go ahead and let it go. And there's going to be a penalty flag on the play. We're going to see what that is. It came out right around.
I believe it's a legal man downfield. What a great play by Brock.
Yeah, Brock was in. He was dead to rights in the backfield back there, and was able to escape. I don't know why he should have just ran it, I would think, instead of trying to throw it into coverage like that. They're trying to figure out what the flag is on the field. They're pointing at it's like a hold on the Cedar Creek Eagles. So from the line of scrimmage, we'll be backed up 10 yards. So it's going to bring up second down and 17 for the Eagles with 22 seconds on the clock. In the first quarter, I should say. Bastrop Bears band is in the house. We are sitting on the home side. That's what we're going to hear all night. We can't hear our Cedar Creek band. But looking across the way, we have a heck of a crowd over there for the Cedar Creek Eagles. Thank you guys so much for showing up. There's McLaughlin on the wheel route. Oh, and Dominique Mojica just can't handle the pass, and that's going to bring up third down and 17. The Bastrop band under the direction of Kenneth Gilbreth. Cedar Creek band under the direction of Dalton Davis, Benjamin Russell, and Seth Martin.
I think Dom's been the only one to touch the ball for running tonight, hasn't he?
Yeah, so far. I think, I haven't seen Davin carry one. No, I think Davin carried one early in the first quarter, but he didn't get any. I think he got like 1 yard. Maybe you might have it over there. I'm not sure. McLaughlin looking to throw. He's going to air one out. Single coverage.
Got him.
Oh, a flag on the play. Nothing. He had him covered like a blanket. That incomplete pass intended for number 3, Josh Roberts. Going to bring up fourth down and super long. Fourth down and 17. And McLaughlin playing double duty. He'll drop back to punt for the Eagles. The Eagles really needed to come up with something right there. McLaughlin standing on his 42-yard line, waiting on the snap.
Nice punt.
Nice punt away. It's going to take a Eagle bounce. It's going to go all the way down to the 10-yard line. And that'll be right at about a 38-yard punt by Brock McLaughlin. And it's going to pin the Bastrop Bears deep as that ends the first quarter with your Bastrop Bears on top of the Eagles 14-0. We're going to take a short break and get ready to start quarter number 2. You're live from Memorial Stadium. It's the Creek broadcast team on SHN Sports. This second quarter brought to you by State Farm Insurance.
Life insurance is one of those subjects that make people want to change the subject, rather than admit they probably don't have enough. That's why State Farm agent Lori Tuggle in Bastrop focuses on how the benefits of life insurance actually live on by asking people to think in terms of life without having to sell the house insurance or life without having to give up college insurance. Find out how the benefits of life insurance can live on for your family. Call State Farm agent Lori Tuggle in Bastrop, Texas at 512-581-3939 or look her up on her website at www.lorituggleagency.com. And let's put the life back in life insurance.
Welcome back to the Cedar Creek Eagles Bastrop Bears Showdown with the Creek broadcast team live on SHN Sports.
All right, back here, that ball snapped. And he's going to be thrown for a loss as that handoff is to Thompson, and the Cedar Creek blitz caught him behind the line of scrimmage. He's going to lose 2 on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 12 as we are just underway here in the second quarter. The Bastrop Bears on top, 14-0.
Pete, I think if you look at the overall yardage over the last several years, this is statistically going to be our best defense we've probably ever had.
Yeah. That ball handed off to the outside. Number 3, he's got some run room. He's going to break loose. He's going all the way up the sideline. It's going to take somebody to catch him as he's got some wheels. That's Barger. And he's going to go coast to coast, 92 yards for a Bastrop touchdown.
Maybe I said that a little too soon.
Aiden Barger with the 92-yard rushing touchdown. Put the Bears on top, 20-0, point after pending. Number 42, Johnny Cruz, puts it through. Makes it good. He's 3 for 3 tonight. That puts the Bastrop Bears on top, 21-0 to start the second quarter. Those are the plays that kill us. Those are the ones, right? Those one play games, those one play series, 60, 70, 80 yards, boom, to the house.
We've always had a thing for that.
Yep.
You got, what was it, 2017, we had Bastrop down by 6 points.
Yep.
And it was 3rd and 22, and they converted it on our end of the field with what, a minute something left? Yeah, it's always big plays like that eat our lunch.
Well, the Bastrop Bears, no doubt, came to play tonight against the Eagles. They're basically saying they're tired of being in the basement, even though with the win tonight, they'll still be in the basement, but nonetheless,
not as far.
It'll give them a little bit of a boost as they go into as the Bears face off against Connolly right here Friday night at Memorial Stadium, and then they end the season with Elgin over in Elgin. The Eagles have Glenn on Friday on the road, and then Brenham back here on the 20th for the final game of the season. Playoff games pending.
Well, I really don't think either one of us was expecting this.
No.
This is like the old-time Bastrop Cedar Creek games.
Yep. Frustrating.
3 out of 4 possessions resulting in touchdowns, 1 punt. And, the bad thing about Bastrop is the farther ahead they get, the more there's blood in the water.
Right. There's a kickoff taken at the 27-yard line by Davin Winston. Davin Winston's got some running room. He's got 2 to beat. Oh, and he splits it up the middle and is finally brought down over midfield at about this Bastrop Bear 42-yard line. What a great run return by Davin Winston on the short kick. He picked that up at right about the 22-yard line, so he got a good about 36, 37-yard kickoff return here at 11 minutes and 7 seconds to go in the second. Eagles need to score and score quickly here. They need to get 1 or 2 tallies before halftime, or else this is going to get out of hand quickly. Freeman goes in motion. McLaughlin waiting on the snap. Hands that one off to Mojica. No, he's going to throw it. Oh, and he throws it over the head of Josh Roberts, the intended receiver. So most of McLaughlin's passes tonight have been kind of heavy, so I'm not sure if if he's just reading the coverage and throwing them over on purpose, or because he threw that one into double coverage as that free safety came down over the top.
Well, he was on top, but I mean, the window was there to throw. I think he just threw high.
All right, Winston and Mojica in the backfield with McLaughlin, 2 receivers near side, 1 to the top side in single coverage. That ball passed out to the outside. Damian Perez got some running room, and he's knocked out of bounds at about the 25-yard line, and that young man paid the price. That's number 20 for the Bastrop Bears. Conrad Pace met Damian Perez head-to-head, but not before Bastrop signs and banners first down for the Cedar Creek Eagles. We've been here before, 25-yard line, 1st and 10. Eagles need to finish. Seems like we've been having big gains, and then next thing you know, it's 4th down and long. See if the Eagles can change things around here a little bit. Same setup with Winston and Mojica in the backfield. 1 to the near side, 1 to the top. Freeman switches to the right side. This one handed off to Mojica. Oh, he goes nowhere as that was read like a book. Man, they're just tossing Freeman around like he's a rag doll. Boy tried to get up and they shoved him back down again.
That last play, the pass play, was all set up by Aiden Prince's block on that outside corner. He came up, did exactly what he was supposed to do, and contained him to the inside and let us get around the end.
Well, Mojica lost 3 on that carry, so it's 2nd down and 13. There's another incomplete pass out to Mojica off that left side. He had running room, too. And it brings up 3rd down and long. Brock needs to calm down. He's just got too much pepper on his ball. I mean, he's trying so hard to get the ball out there. He's just throwing it too hard. That's one of the biggest things that I can see right now is it's 3rd down and 13 on the 28-yard line. Mojica off the shoulder. That's handed off to the inside, and he's going nowhere. Offensive line is just completely collapsing.
Well, they've got 7 guys in the box.
Yeah.
8 guys in the box. There's more than we can block.
So he's going to lose 2 more, or 3 more on that one there. It's going to bring up 4th down and 16. Eagles are looking to probably go for it here. .9:44 to go in the first half. Eagles down 21-0 to the Bears.
We got one-on-one coverage. Safety's up short.
McLaughlin fades back. He's in trouble. He's going to get
fumbled.
Ball's fumbled. Ball's on the ground. Bastrop's got it, and they're running it back. He's got some wheels. He's got 1 to beat. Dominique Mojica wraps him up, brings him down on another McLaughlin fumble. First and 10 for the Bastrop Bears, deep in Cedar Creek territory, all the way down to the 15-yard line. Or make that the 20-yard line, I'm sorry. 9:19 to go in the half. All right, Mauser looking to go. He's got 1 shot. Oh, and that ball is nearly caught. It went off the hands of number 6 for the Bastrop Bears, Julius Baynard, and what was almost caught by number 4 for the Bears, Jackson Jenkins, as it ricocheted off him as well. So Mauser tried to strike early. He'll bring up 2nd down and 10 from the Cedar Creek 20-yard line.
I don't, Mauser is a sophomore quarterback. I don't know if he did that on purpose or if he legitimately saw that.
He had a heck of a
window.
rifle. This ball's handed off to Thompson up the right side, gets over top of the 15 down to about the 13-yard line. He's going to pick up about 8 yards on the carry, it looks like. Going to bring up 3rd down and 2. Going to make it 3rd down and 3. 8:47 with the clock running in the first half. Mauser drops back, has one setback, hands that one off to Thompson. Thompson goes up the left side, he's got a little running room. Gets enough for the Bastrop first down. It'll be 1st and goal for the Bears from the 6-yard line. All right, that ball handed off up the middle, and he is stopped as Thompson is going to get no gain. Looks like they're going to give him a yard on a forward progress. It'll be 2nd down and goal from the 5. All right, Mauser has the call, has the play in from the sideline. Thompson in the setback position. 3 receivers split. There's a snap. Mauser's got some wheels. He's looking to run. Oh, he's going down.
Play.
That ball's
And
on the ground. Ball's on the ground. And Jerry Torres was right there.
They're going to say he was down.
Yeah, but he recovered his own fumble. That's Jerry Torres. Almost had himself a fumble recovery. He's going to lose a few yards on the play. He's going to put it outside the 10-yard line to about the 11 on, we're going to call that a sack. As Mauser lost his pocket really quickly. Mauser waiting on the snap. Hands that one off to Thompson. No, he's going to keep it. He's going to throw it out in the corner all alone, wide open. Touchdown, Bastrop. Point after pending. Cruz on for the extra point. I think that's Cruz. No, I'm sorry. Spurlock's on for the extra point. And he punches it through. He's perfect on the night. That's 28-0. Bastrop Bears on top of the Eagles here. 7 minutes to go in the second quarter. This has been a routing thus far for the Bastrop Bears over the Eagles.
State Farm Insurance, established in 2003 right here in Bastrop, Texas. He has been a highly respected pillar of this community for over 16 years. Their mission at Lori Tuggle State Farm is to help people manage the risk of everyday living, recover from the unexpected, and realize their financial dreams. They are an insurance agency that's dedicated to you. That's Lori Tuggle State Farm Insurance of Bastrop, making your dreams a reality. Call Lori at 512-581-3939 or visit her at LoriTuggleAgency.com. Cedar Creek Eagles, Bastrop Bears, Showdown on Creek Broadcast Network.
All right, back here at Memorial where the Bears are getting ready to kick off for the 4th time here in the first half, up 28-0 over top of the Eagles. Kind of a loss for words, Sam. I'm not really quite sure how to fill the dead air here.
You and me both.
This is
not what I was expecting.
Not at all. There's a kickoff up the right side. It's going to go over the over the head of Davin Winston into the end zone, and the Eagles will come out 1st and 10. Last time I said the 25-yard line, I was wrong. It is at the 25-yard line. I'm right this time.
Yeah, it should be.
All right, the Bastrop, or the Cedar Creek Eagles will have a Bastrop signs and banners first down from their own 25-yard line with 7 minutes to go in the first half. Have yet to have an answer for either the Bears offense or the Bears defense for that matter. It's like we have a couple of good plays, and then it goes to the Wolves pretty quickly. That ball's handed up the middle to Mojica. He's met at the line of scrimmage. They may give him 1 yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9 from the 26. All right, Davin Winston comes into the game as a second running back. A.J. Seiner drops down over top of the ball. McLaughlin in the shotgun position, 2 receivers to the near side. Davin Winston in the backfield off his left shoulder. Waiting on the snap. McLaughlin keeps it, looking to run up the middle. He stutter steps, dodges a tackle, and picks up a few yards on the carry, all the way up over top of the 30-yard line to about the 32, where it should be 3rd and short.
Gave him about 6 yards there, right? 5 yards?
5 yards, yeah. Yeah, it was 2nd and 9. Yeah, he picked up 5 on that carry. Ball's placed at the 32-yard line. The Eagles are 3rd and 3. From the gun and waiting on the snap. Mojica goes in motion. That ball's nearly picked off. That pass intended to Josh Roberts. As that ball's nearly picked off by Dwayne Jackson as he read that one pretty easily. And that's going to bring up another Cedar Creek 4th down. All right, McLaughlin back to punt. And that's going to be a stoppage play.
Timeout.
Oh, it's like Cedar Creek's going to call a timeout at 5:28 to go in the half. You're listening to the Creek broadcast team live from Memorial Stadium. Pistol Pete with Sam Houston. My son Bart on the video camera doing a great job tonight. This second quarter brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Lori Tuggle, agent. Located 815 Highway 71. Sweet D like D, dog. Sweet D like dog. 78602 or at Lori Tuggle State Farm on Facebook or LoriTuggleAgency.com. Call her at 512-581-3939. Lori and her staff are there to meet all of your insurance needs. Life insurance, auto, home, all kinds of great stuff at State Farm Insurance right here in Bastrop. All right, McLaughlin back to punt. Oh, it looks like they're going to be a little trickerooski here.
They're trying to get him offsides. They're not going to go for it.
Oh, no hard snap count here. No Aaron Rodgers action happening there. As the Bears hold their ground and force the Eagles to call another timeout.
That was a good call.
It wasn't a bad try.
Yeah. I mean, three yards to go. I mean, at this point in time.
You might as well go for it, you know? I mean, you got to spark the offense somehow. I mean, granted, if you turn it over on downs, it's
6 one way, half a dozen another. It might take them one more play to get there, the way we're playing defense tonight.
Yes, sir. Well, number 20 drops back for the Bastrop Bears. That's Conrad Pace. He's a senior, wide receiver, defensive back. Eagles have 1 timeout left. Bastrop Bears have 3 in the half. Let's see if there's a little more trickery in the works here for the Cedar Creek Eagles as McLaughlin waits on the snap, trying to do another hard count to. Oh, no. That was a bad punt. Oh my goodness!
It was a great catch by the Bastrop coach.
So that ball goes out of bounds right at the 50-yard line. So the Bastrop Bears will have great field position either way. Yikes. That one looked like it went off his shin. Did not go far at all.
It's just not going well for Cedar Creek.
No,
tonight
everything that
at
could
all.
go wrong for the Eagles has gone wrong so far here in the first half, down 28-0. I mean, that light at the end of the tunnel is starting to flicker a little bit. Mauser shotgun position has one setback with Baynard, I'm sorry. No, Barger. That ball's handed off. No, he keeps it. He's going to throw. He's going to air one out right up the middle. He's got a receiver. Oh! Why didn't he dive for that? He had it.
Why did he not lay out for that? He had him.
That ball was intended for number 5, Jalen Cavazos. And Seth Mauser definitely showed his arm right there. That ball went a full 45 yards in the air. And he comes up a little hobbly. He's going to take a knee on the field. Going to force a timeout, an injury timeout as Seth Mauser.
I tell you what, as a quarterback, if I get out of stuff like that and make that throw, my receiver better go make an attempt for it.
Yeah. It's almost like when he fell, his arms were down to his side.
Yeah.
Like his arms weren't even stretched out.
He probably got the air knocked out of him, honestly.
That was before he fell.
Oh, well.
His arms were at his side before he fell.
There was
he never reached out for it.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't even really attempt to.
It was a catchable ball, absolutely.
That was a great throw, I thought.
All right, Mauser is out. He's going to have to sit out for a play.
Well, I thought we'd see their backup quarterback in there, but it looks like, there
he is. Number 2 for the Bastrop Bears, Luke Williams. He's a junior coming in to take a snap or two for the Bears as Mauser collects his faculties about him on the sideline with the trainers as he's over there running it off. All right, Williams in the shotgun. Takes the snap, hands it off, runs up to the left side. That's
good play.
Number 3, Barger, is wrapped up out there on the outside. Looks like by maybe Logan Latouf. He's going to pick up 2 yards on the carry all the way up to the Cedar Creek 46-yard line where it's 3rd down and 8. Williams is staying in for this play as well. Shotgun position with one setback. Here's the snap. This one's handed off to Barger again. He goes up the middle. He's still scrambling. Gets up on a 3rd effort near the 1st down marker.
I think we're going to have a hold here.
There's a flag on the play right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to be a hold on the Bastrop Bears. Sam is correct. Amundu. So that's going to bash the Bears up 10 yards. It's going to bring it all the way back to their own 44-yard line where it's going to be 3rd down and 18 with 4:29 to go here in the second. There's a handoff to the left side, and Thompson keeps it. Gets out over midfield before he's finally wrangled out of bounds. Gets up back between the original yard markers inside Cedar Creek territory right at the 45-yard line where it's going to bring up 4th down. Depends on which referee you're looking at right at the 45-yard line. Looks like it's going to bring up 4th down and 7 as the Bastrop Bears line up to go for it. With Mauser back in the game for the Bears. Oh, they drew him offside.
And
free
it's
play. Oh, man. And that was offsides by the Cedar Creek Eagles. So like Sam said, it was a free play. For a long yardage gain by the Bastrop Bears. Gets them a 1st down all the way up to the Cedar Creek 20-yard line where they'll have 1st and 10. Mauser shotgun position with Leon Sellers in the backfield now. Takes the handoff, goes up the left side, gets up to about the 15. Sellers with the carry, picks up 5. That's a big boy. That's a fullback there.
Yeah, he is good size. He's solid.
All right, Mauser in a shotgun position with Sellers in the backfield. Oh, this time he's met and bounces right off. That's a stout young man right there. My goodness.
Who hit him?
I don't know,
20,
but
20.
That was Josh Hernandez.
Jose Hernandez.
Jose Hernandez.
Yeah, he's going to be counting birdies tonight after that.
He hit him and did not even phase Sellers as he bounced off him and waited for the next one, bounced off that one, was finally brought down near the first down marker. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1.
And now we got to stop that semi-truck on 3rd and 1. Oh,
right.
no, they took him out.
Why would you do that?
I have no idea.
Oh, my goodness. Let him finish what he started. There's Mauser, hands it off to Barger. Barger stutter steps. Oh, he's going to go down. He had the first down marker. I'm not sure why he stopped all of a sudden.
He had the corner.
He's swallowed up by
Wow.
Jerry Torres, Logan Latouf. And he's going to lose a couple yards on the play. He's going to take it back to the 11-yard line where the Bears will have 4th down and probably about 6.
I don't understand that at all. There was no containment
Yeah,
on the outside.
there wasn't.
He had
was,
the whole outside.
Yeah.
And that kid's fast. Nobody was going to beat him out there.
He probably could. If he'd got the corner, he probably would have made the end zone. All right, on for a field goal attempt is number 27 for the Bears, Mekhi Jefferson. That ball's on the way. It is no good as he pulls it to the left. And the Eagles finally get a stop, and they're going to take over on downs right there at their own. I'm trying to see where the marker's at. At their own 20-yard line. It'll be a Bastrop signs and banners first down for the Eagles with 2:04 to go in the half, down 28-0. Got the Bastrop Bear Band and the Cedar Creek Eagle Band will all be performing at halftime. I'm not sure where the band is. I don't see our band. I see their band. Our band's over. Is that them way over there?
Is that them out there? Yeah, I think it is.
No, that's the Eaglettes and the cheerleaders and stuff. Maybe. I'm not sure. All right, McLaughlin sends one motion. He keeps this one. He's going to run it up the left side. He gets the corner. Up over top of the 25 to about the 26-yard line. That's a design play, whether or not McLaughlin keeps it or decides to hand it off to Damian Perez as he's coming across on that.
It's just
on
a
that
quarterback,
sweep.
yeah, quarterback draw. I think that opens
Got to
up.
be a linebacker read that he's got to make there, right?
That was a flat quarterback draw, but I do think if he lets that develop just a little bit before he takes off, he's going to get a little more yards.
McLaughlin pulls back, looking to throw.
There.
He's got Damian Perez at the 50-yard line. He breaks one tackle. He's still going and finally wrapped up. He's still on his feet. The young man is just resilient. It's going to take 7 Bastrop Bears to finally bring him down, but that's going to be a Bastrop signs and banners first down on the Damian Perez reception at the 40-yard line in Bear territory. Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Bastrop Bears, so they're going to tack on 15 yards on top of that.
Finally,
so that's going to take it down all the way to the Bastrop Bear 25-yard line as the bad blood continues between these two rival teams.
Well, that's what got them started was a 15-yard penalty.
So the Bears looking to get on the scoreboard here with 1:16 to go. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. McLaughlin, one setback. Freeman off his front side on a Wildcat type formation. 2 receivers to the top, 1 to the near side. McLaughlin has the ball. He's under pressure. He's going to go down.
They got to give him a little bit of time. I mean, they got to help him out a little bit.
There's another McLaughlin sack all the way back to the 31-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 16. Trying to get something going here as a hurry-up offense. McLaughlin has it. He's fading back to throw. He's under pressure again. Nowhere to go. He's going to get swallowed up again. This time all the way back to the 40-yard line. Make that right at the 40-yard line where it's going to bring up 3rd down and 25. as the Bastrop or the Cedar Creek Eagles use their final timeout.
Cedar Creek calls their third and final timeout.
I mean, he literally doesn't have any time to throw the ball.
Yeah, they collapsed on him pretty quickly as the Bastrop
But-
Bears have been blitzing most of the night.
But I mean, you see that coming though.
Yeah.
You see it coming.
You should see it coming.
So it's either Brock's missing the blocking assignments, or we're just not picking up on it for some reason.
Well, it's going to bring up third down and 25. As the Eagles are moving backwards on 2 Brock McLaughlin sacks. There's a snap. He rolls out to the left side. He's going to let this one go.
Nope.
Oh, and there should be some no flag on the play. He made contact before that ball got to him. Big time.
The only thing that saved him is he was facing the ball.
Yeah, Aiden Prince was the intended receiver, I believe, and there was definitely some contact there, and that's going to bring up 4th down and 25, and the Bastrop or the Cedar Creek Eagles will be forced to. I'm not sure what they're being forced to do right now.
Well, he's playing 20 yards off the ball, so there's no need to run the receiver all the way down to the coverage before you throw the ball. That ball should be thrown at 8-10 yards and pick up something. Make it a manageable 3rd down, because right now it's most certainly our 4th down. Now it's not. We don't really have an option here but to punt.
33 seconds to go in the half, and play clock runs out. Delay a game, so that's going to add 5 more yards on. It'll be 4th down and 30. As the hits just keep on coming.
Man, we ain't called a game like this in a long time.
No,
you know that?
I really haven't. Well, there's always a second half for the Longhorns. I mean, for the Eagles. All right, McLaughlin standing on his own 40-yard line. Lets one go.
Good punt.
It's going to hit inbounds. It's going to be picked up. Oh, and it's bobbled. And off to the races goes number 20 for the Bastrop Bears on a good return. Conrad Pace darn near broke one.
That was Dominique that made the tackle on that, too.
Yep. The last guy that should be making the tackle.
Guy that should be, actually, the last guy all the way around.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got a player down.
It's Jose Hernandez down the near side here, about the 15-yard line. Being tended to by the Bastrop trainer, while Jeremy Tarks comes over and takes a look at him. Halftime show coming up. Not sure what. I think we're just going to turn the camera around and we'll just do some cool like pole dancing or something and entertain everybody. No, we're going to have the Bastrop Bear Band and the Cedar Creek Eagle Band along with the Eaglettes, the Honey Bears, and their dance team and color guard. So it should be a pretty festive, entertaining halftime show as we tally some stats here for the first half and try to bring you something.
Well, it's not going to be pleasant.
No.
Bastrop has good stats.
Yeah. All right, 21 seconds showing on the clock. That ball snapped, handed off on a reverse. Number 6 got up the right side. He's got a little bit of running room. He's going to get run down. He's still running, still on his feet. Breaks another tackle. Finally out of bounds with 9 seconds to go. All the way down into Cedar Creek territory, about the 21-yard line.
Is that number 5 or number 6?
That was number 6 on the sweep. This guy right here walking towards us. That is Julius Baynard for the Bears on about a 38-yard run. All right, Mauser's got time for one more play. He takes the snap, hands that one off to Thompson. Or I'm sorry, that one's going to be handed off to Barger, and he's going to bring that up as Bastrop calls a timeout with 3 seconds left to go. They are looking to try to put this in the end zone before halftime is over, just to add insult to injury.
I think they might kick it.
Oh, they are bringing in Spurlock to try a... Looks like it's going to be a 39-yard field goal attempt. No, I'm sorry, 34-yard field goal attempt, as the ball will be snapped from about the 18-yard line, but held at the 24-yard line. Seth Mauser will be your holder, as I'm not sure how that. Well, I guess Bastrop called the timeout.
It's 27 yards.
Well, it's placed at the 24-yard line plus 10 yards in the end zone. That's 34 yards.
No, it's what yard line is it on?
It's on the 24.
No, that's the 14. Oh, it's blocked.
Yeah, Sam said it was blocked, so that's going to nullify that. But the ball was snapped from the 18 and held at the 24.
Yeah, there you go. It's at the 18, so it goes from the
But the ball, I thought it went from where the ball's held as far as the. So that you automatically get 7 yards when you.
It's like
kick.
when you throw a pass. You can be 15 yards behind the line of scrimmage, but it's only going to count from the line of scrimmage.
Oh, I understand. Well, I mean that makes sense, but I mean as far as kicking the ball, you're literally physically kicking the ball 34 yards. I mean that just makes no sense whatsoever.
So what were
so irregardless, it's going to be a blocked field goal, but for some reason. There was a personal foul.
Oh, no.
On the, looks like on the Cedar Creek Eagles. And I'm not sure. They keep walking back and forth. I'm not sure where they're marking the ball or what the status is here. But there's 0 time shown on the clock. So the penalty was against Cedar Creek because Bastrop is going to get another shot at it from the hold will be right at the 20-yard line. It's on the ground. It's on the way.
He got that one.
And he's got that one in there. And that is Spurlock from 30 yards out. Punches that one through to make it 31-0 going into halftime. As your Cedar Creek Eagles are going to have to come up
with a miracle.
With a miracle. A miracle in America. As we move to halftime. This is Pistol Pete and Sam Houston live from Memorial Stadium. The Creek broadcast team live on SHN Sports. Be right back.
Are you a play outside the box kind of person, or just looking to unleash some stand-up progression, or maybe just celebrating a divorce? Whichever it may be, I have the perfect place for you. Uncharted Adventures, formerly 512 Rage Room, located in Kyle, Texas at 395 County Road 202, Building 17B, right outside Kyle on FM 150. It has a huge smash room, 4 axe-throwing targets, with a bar and lounge area for you to relax. You can smash and destroy anything from TVs, computers, glassware, furniture, even cars. It's great fun for the whole family. And coming soon, a 2-lane shooting gallery. Check them out at unchartedadventures.com for details, or call 512-537-3113. Ask for Damon, Trace, Sarah, or Denise. Book your next Uncharted adventure now. That's Uncharted Adventures. They are the house of untraditional entertainment.
The Roscoe State Bank strongly supports the efforts of the Bastrop Chamber of Commerce and its We Believe in BISD campaign, which unites the community and local businesses in support of the Bastrop Independent School District. Bastrop and Cedar Creek schools have great teachers helping great kids achieve great things. At the Roscoe State Bank, we do believe in BISD and in its mission to provide pathways with pride and purpose for all of its students. Find out more at WeBelieveInBISD.com.
Bastrop Stone Material Supply is a proud sponsor of Cedar Creek football and the Creek broadcast team on SHN Sports.
The world is full of mysteries,
Like, why is the word abbreviation so long? Or more important, what is it to make Schlotzsky's lots better for every meal?
Oh, that's easy. It's the bread.
Is it all the savory sandwiches? Like everyone's favorite, the original sandwich, stacked high with ham, 2 kinds of salamis, 3 kinds of cheese, black olives, and lots of fresh vegetables.
Yes, all that, but especially the bread.
Or maybe it's all the choices, from lots fresher salads to Schlotzsky's signature pizzas, hot out of the oven.
Right, but those are made even better by Schlotzsky's fresh from scratch bread and pizza crust made daily from their delicious sourdough recipe.
Perhaps it's Schlotzsky's new restaurant design, with tableside service that makes it the perfect choice for lunch and dinner every day.
I still think it's the bread.
Okay, it's the bread. You've never tasted bread like this before. So soft it melts in your mouth and served toasted to perfection. Find out for yourself today.
Lori Tuttle, State Farm Insurance. 512-581-3939. Lori Tuttle. Call now. Auto and Life. Lori Tuttle. 815 Highway 71 West, Suite D. Lori Tuttle, State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Since 1922.
Bastrop Stone Material Supply is a proud sponsor of Cedar Creek Sports and the Creek broadcast team on SHN Sports.
Hey friends, if you're looking to beautify your home or create that perfect backyard getaway, Bastrop Stone Material Supply has been a family-owned business since 1998. Located at 1433 Highway 71 west of Bastrop, they're open Monday through Saturday, 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Because whether you're a professional or a DIYer, it's the only stop to make for all your masonry and landscaping products you will need to make that dream happen. It's all at Bastrop Stone Material Supply. Whether to create that perfect patio, that outdoor kitchen, fire pit, garden, or beautiful rock home, Bastrop Stone Material is your one stop you need to make for all your natural landscape materials. Visit BastropStone.com or find them on Facebook for more details. Call Jaime or Gabby at 512-303-5060. Bastrop Stone Material Supply. Their reputation is rock solid.
All right, back here at Memorial Stadium where the Bastrop Bears band and the Cedar Creek Eagle band is on the field. They shut that noise off. That's almost over. Playing together at the same time. Got something going on there. I'm not sure if the bands will perform individually or not, but this is kind of what they usually do when it comes to this rival team, because it's really kind of interesting how the sports teams basically want to kill each other no matter what sport it is, but the bands actually get along. There's a lot of people that are friends with a lot of people on either side of the band, so nonetheless it is a crosstown rival no matter how you cut it. So we're just going to kind of turn this down a little bit and let you listen to the bands. And as soon as we get some stuff added up, we'll get right back with you.
The Hunters and the Eaglettes would like to invite you to their winter show coming up on December 5th.
So it looks like they will perform individually as the Bastrop Bears make their way off the field, and the Cedar Creek Eagle Band gets ready to take the field with their routine. I believe the routine is called Heaven's Gate, if I'm not mistaken.
Now welcome to field the award-winning Cedar Creek Sound Marching Band. Creek Sound is under the field direction of drum majors Jasmine Rocha, Maya Cornelius, and Rebecca Guajardo. The guard member of the week is Olivia Jones. The brass section member of the week is Liana Ibarbo. The woodwind section member of the week is Cesar Gonzalez. The drumline section member of the week is Hayden Hines. This week, the band would like to thank the Bastrop High School Band for sharing the field with us and being such great partners in music making. Tonight, we will be presenting our completed version of our 2020 production, Journey of Man, with music by Richard Saucedo, drum and choreography by Hunter Dookie, and guard work by Hernan Mendieta.
All right, so tonight with the Bastrop or the Cedar Creek Band, we're actually going to see the full show. Or last week we just had the first 3 movements, so it looks like they got the 4th one ready to go, and we're going to see the whole shebang tonight.
Cedar Creek Band with that few musicians.
Yeah, they put out a Google Doc thing that basically a survey that said, hey, if you're going to participate, then you're going to participate. If you're not, if you're going to do the virtual learning or whatever, then you need to let us know, because we need to know how to build this show around so few people. And I think after everything was said and done, I think we had like 72 kids out of 120-ish. So the COVID thing really messed everything up. So we're going to turn this down a little bit and listen to the Cedar Creek Marching Band.
Please welcome to the field from Bastrop, Texas, the pride of the Lost Pond, the Bastrop High School Marching Band.
So that was your award-winning Cedar Creek Sound Marching Band with their full performance. And now we're getting ready to watch the Bastrop Bears Marching Band with their color guard. And they actually have a full front ensemble where the Cedar Creek Eagle Band does not. They have quite a few more people in their band than we do. Based on the whole COVID thing, they were given the option of playing in the marching band or not, and just learning virtually or doing whatever. But they needed to commit. If they said they were going to do it, they needed to do it because they have to build a show around these kids like Sam and I were just talking about. So just a couple of numbers for the Bears get started on their performance. 79 yards total offense for the Cedar Creek Eagles. Not compared to last week against what I felt was a much better football team. Just unreal on those numbers. Brock McLaughlin went 6 for 14 for 75 yards. No touchdowns, no interceptions, but 1 fumble. Dominique Mojica carried the ball 10 times for a total of 25 yards. 6 possessions, 5 punts, 1 lost fumble. No points on the board for the Cedar Creek Eagles. They are down 31-0 as we turn it down for the Bears. All right, that's your Bastrop Bear award-winning marching band on their routine. And here's their fight song. As the Bears make it out of the locker room over to the north end of the field. They definitely have something to cheer about. Up 31-0 over top of the Cedar Creek Eagles. Sam and I were talking here. This is like days of old. I mean, back in the days when, Bastrop would come to our house and beat us 61-0, 70. What was that? One year was what? 77 to. No, it was like 77 to 7 or something, or 72 to 7 or something like that. Yeah, it was. Yeah, we all try to forget those days, right? But nonetheless. The Eagles got a long road to hoe here as far as second half is concerned. They're either going to come out fighting or hopefully it's not like the first half was. As the Bastrop band gets ready to finish up. Yeah, their band's about twice as big as ours, man. They got a whole front ensemble. I thought it was agreed across the district, if not the region, that they weren't doing front ensembles. But maybe it was just for tonight or something. I'm not sure if they're actually marching those guys in the UIL competitions or not. But we have no front ensemble on our. For our marching band. All right, 4 minutes and 44 seconds showing on the halftime clock as all the entertainment seems to have subsided. I wish we had more to bring you as far as statistics were concerned, but like I said, for the Cedar Creek Eagles, it was all Bastrop Bears in that first half. We had I'm trying to think here. So we had an initial rushing touchdown by Seth Mauser, and then a second rushing touchdown by number 3 for the Bears, Aiden Barger. And then what was it after that? Was it rushing? They've all been rushing touchdowns, haven't they? Or was there one passing touchdown? Oh, hang on. Let me turn you up, man.
There you are.
Yep.
We had Bastrop had a 54-yard touchdown run to start, a 70-yard touchdown run. They punted, a 90-yard touchdown run.
92, actually. That ball started inside the 10. Yep.
And then we had they had a short touchdown run, and I mean, they just.
And then that last touchdown was actually a pass into the corner that Mauser rolled out on. And so they've had 3 rushing touchdowns and one passing touchdown, along with a field goal by Spurlock to cap that 31 points. So Eagles are finally out of the locker room, warming up in the south end of the stadium.
We do get the ball first.
Yeah, we got that going for us.
So if we score right off the bat, get a pick 6 on Bastrop's first possession, we'll still only be 3 scores down.
I'm not saying I'm an optimistic person, but I'm going to go with you on this one and pray for a miracle. I am. My middle name is pessimism.
Well, we've seen our defensive play much better against better teams. I mean, Bastrop has struggled all season long, but we're making them look like Brenham right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, it just seems to be that stigma, man. I mean, last year was a close game. You probably recall that game better than I do because I wasn't up in the booth on that game. I was down in the concession stand.
A big part of it, yeah, but it was a close game.
It was 17-7 in favor of the Eagles, and that broke a 6-year losing streak.
I mean, the last 3 years, Pete, they've been great games.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, great games. Like No turnovers, just punch you in the mouth, just play football.
And it was. I mean, literally, it was punch you in the mouth football. It was very, very physical and
but clean. But clean. They were clean.
Yeah, you see it. Well,
for the most part.
Yeah.
There's a couple.
What
was that?
Bart just dropped the.
Uh-oh.
I think the crowd mic battery went out.
Okay.
So he'll probably change those out really quick. I'm not sure what he's doing.
Boy, it sure is different. It sure is different without a crowd mic.
It is,
ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I hate listening to myself. That's why I got you here, man. So I have to listen to myself as much.
No, it has been a really interesting game the last 3 years. There's so much excitement.
There we go. Bart. All right, I'm going to turn that down until he gets that situated.
Yeah, there was they were such good games. This is back to our 2015 and 16 games.
Put it back.
One of Pete's many talents is hand signals from 30
like
feet away.
Trying to land an airplane.
Well, he's about as big as an airplane.
I know, right? All right, folks, here we are, man. 30 seconds left to go before the second half starts. Like Sam said, the Eagles are going to get the ball first as they won the toss, deferred to the second half. Makes you wonder if they would have won the toss and took the ball first, if they would have done it.
I don't think it would have made 31-point difference.
Yeah, it works. Why did you take it off? Oh, okay.
Don't get smart with him. He's 6'5",
I
man.
know. Yeah.
You're getting up there in age.
Oh, we went at it the other night, man. Oh, man. Not physically, but just, it's just one of those typical 19-year-old kids that you can't tell them anything,
No, they know everything.
They know everything.
Well, you remember how it was when you were 20 years old and
The only thing he knows more than I mean, he knows like calculus and trigonometry. I can't even spell those two words, so. Other than that, I think I have a little wisdom on my side.
You got wisdom of life, Pete.
Yeah, right.
There's a lot of people that don't.
All right, here we go. The ball is underway on the right side. That's going to be brought down, bounced, and oh my goodness, please. It looks like the Bastrop Bears are pretty happy, but Cedar Creek Eagles are going to recover it.
He changed it. He changed it.
Bastrop's got the ball on the bobbled kickoff by, I'm not sure who that was. They're still discussing it over on that side over there, but I thought maybe the ball went out of bounds, but the Bastrop Bears are going to have it. Looks like 1st and 10 as the defense comes out. Yeah, Bastrop Bears are going to have it 1st and 10 and deep inside the Cedar Creek Eagle territory. It looks like it's going to be at the 27-yard line as the bobbled kickoff was recovered by the Bastrop Bears. So as the insult to injury continues the start of the second half, Bastrop starts out 1st and 10 from the Cedar Creek 27-yard line. Mauser in the game after sitting down a couple of plays earlier when he came off the field kind of hobbling a little bit, but he's fully recovered from that, it looks like. He's going to have Thompson in the backfield. He's going to have Barger in the backfield along with number 12. I haven't seen him yet. Timmy Mozo or Mazo, M-O-Z-O. He's a senior. He's on the roster as a fullback. So,
isn't it?
They're still talking about that.
Isn't it strange
kickoff.
The personality differences between the coaching staffs we've seen over the years? Wait a minute. What's going on?
Well, now it looks like somebody's had a change of heart here, and it looks like
Oh, man, I'd be furious if I was Bastrop.
It looks like the Eagles, as Coach Patman comes out onto the field now with his hands in a position of what the heck is going on. So now it looks like it's going to be Cedar Creek ball.
Okay.
As the ball was really, really close to the sideline, so it may have gone out of bounds, and maybe the Bastrop player scooped it back inbounds, and it was seen by somebody. But nonetheless, it was enough to change their mind. So the Eagles will have 1st and 10 from their own 27-yard line with 11:57 to go here at the start of the third quarter. Live from Memorial Stadium, the Bastrop Stone and Material broadcast booth, sponsored by Roscoe State Bank. Here's a snap in the handoff. Davin Winston carries this one up the left side, finds a little bit of a gap. He's going to pick up 2, maybe 3 on the carry. Gets it up to about the 30-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd and 7.
What number is Davin?
Davin's 19.
19, right? Well, I was saying the coaching staffs are so different.
You talking about ours as a whole, or talking about side to side?
Ours over the years. I mean, you know, our coaching staff a few years ago on that play would have been throwing things and kicking things, and the booth next to us would have exploded, and they stay pretty calm.
All right, 2nd and 7. Mojica goes in motion. That ball's caught by Josh Roberts on the left side. He's still on his feet. Oh, gives up the ball, and that's going to be recovered by Bastrop. Josh Roberts with the reception and broke a couple of tackles, and then it was punched out, and the Bastrop Bears get control over it. And that will be another Cedar Creek turnover.
Boy, these poor guys just can't win for losing right now.
No, that's a fact. There's our sponsor page. And now it's not. All right, handoff. Mauser hands it off to Barger. Gets off the right side, but is met immediately. In fact, he's going to be let for a 1-yard loss. We'll bring up 2nd down and 11. Again, the turnovers are plaguing the Cedar Creek Eagles.
That's our 2nd one of the game, and I think we probably average somewhere between 2 and 3.
All right, Mauser in the shotgun position, 2nd and 11, takes the snap, hands it off to Barger again. He goes up the middle. He's got some running room. Gets a few of those yards back up to the Cedar Creek 39, maybe the 38-yard line, where we'll bring up 3rd and long. Should bring up about 3rd and 7 or 8. They're going to call it 3rd and 6 with 10:19 to go in the 3rd. Bastrop on top on a secure 31-0. Lead over the Eagles. Mauser is the snap. He throws it out to the outside. Just looks like he may have threw that one away, but then he was kind of upset with himself.
Yeah,
so
he
that
missed it.
Yeah, that intended receiver was Jalen Cavazos. It's going to bring up 4th and 6 for the Eagles, or for the Bears. I'm sorry, for the Bears.
It's funny because in warm-ups before the game, he struggled making that throw.
Yeah.
He must have missed it 2-3 times in a row at least. Hunter's college coach told him he was going to stab him in the neck with a fork because he could hit the 55, 60-yard passes, but he was missing the 8 and 10-yard passes.
All right, Mauser on 4th and long. Has a receiver, incomplete pass, as that was intended for the sideline right there. And that's going to be a turnover on downs. Number 4 for the Bears, Jackson Jenkins, was the intended receiver. And the Cedar Creek Eagers will take over on turnover on downs at their own 38-yard line.
Well, that's a good stand for the defense.
Yeah. We'll take it in chunks, I guess. But they better start breaking off a lot of big chunks here in a second. 9:56 as the clock is. Should start on the snap. One receiver to 2 receivers to the top, 2 to the near side. You got Mojica in the slot position, Davin Winston in the backside. Here comes Damian Perez. That ball's going to be, that ball's way, way underthrown. That pass was intended for Aiden Prinz.
Yeah, he wasn't expecting Aiden to run a go route on that.
It's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 on the incomplete pass.
I mean, they're getting what they're wanting. They're getting single coverage on the outside.
I just think the receivers need to work a little harder at getting open.
Yeah, we just,
Yeah,
well, I mean, he hasn't had time to hit him a lot of times either.
That's true. All right, snap. McLaughlin has this one. He's running for his life. He gets a little running room. He gets down to over the 45. Hang on to the ball, young man. Good job. Gets into Bastrop territory, picks up a 1st down. It's going to be a 21-yard carry for Brock McLaughlin.
He doesn't look real confident running the ball.
He really doesn't. But I tell you, when he gets some open space, he really has some
move.
speed.
Yeah, he can move.
So that's going to be a Bastrop signs and banner first down at the Bears' 40-yard line as McLaughlin rattles off 21-yard rusher.
That's one of our best rushes of the night.
Right. McLaughlin waiting on the snap, sends Freeman over to the left side, one setback. He hands that one off to Mojica, and he's got nowhere to go. In fact, he's going to get forward progress at a loss of 1 yard. It'll bring up 2nd and 11. This area of the field right here between the 30 and the 50 has plagued us all night.
Yeah, we
can't get past it.
We can go backwards. But
we got inside the 25 once in the first half, and then we ended up 4th and 20 or 4th and 30.
Yeah, I got sacked twice.
Yeah. Bastrop defense definitely showed up to play tonight. There's no doubt about it. They're stacking the box. They're stacking. They're
they ain't gonna let us
showing
run it.
Blitz all night. McLaughlin looking to throw. That ball's caught by Damian Perez inside the 25-yard line, all the way down to the 22-yard line. That's a 7 to 18-yard pass reception for Damian Perez as the Eagles pick up a Bastrop signs and banners first down, just outside the Bears' red zone. A.J. Siner drops over the ball. His last name is not Senior, like I was saying in the first two games. That ball's handed off to Davin Winston. He goes right up the gut, and he's met at the line of scrimmage. They're going to give him forward progress down to the 19. He's going to pick up 3 yards on the carry. It'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Eagles.
You know, I thought we had a new center the whole time.
No, I was just saying his name wrong. You know me. You know me and that whole English language thing. You know, I just... I mean, other than the, what's that little mark called? That would, I mean, a little punctuation mark.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
All right, McLaughlin with the snap. He's got a wheel route to Dominique Mojica, gets down to the 10 inside the, they're going to mark it inside the 10 at about the 9-yard line if they can track the ball down, or maybe, yeah, it's going to be the 8-yard line. So it's going to be a Bastrop signs and banners 1st and goal for the Cedar Creek Eagles, as this is their first time inside the 10-yard line the whole game. 7:18 to go in the third. McLaughlin waiting on the snap, 2 setbacks, one on the top side, single coverage. Hands that one off to Mojica. He's up the middle to about, he's still on his feet, 2nd effort. Uh-oh, looks like the ball's loose. Ball's on the ground. Who's got it?
There
goes a helmet across the field. Looks like it's...
Okay, we've got time. Okay, we've got the ball. But Mojica's hurt.
So that was Mojica's helmet that went rolling across the field as the trainers come out to tend to him. He's laying about the 5-yard line. We're still waiting on the call as far as the...
Our fullback came out of the...
We came out with the ball?
Yeah.
Okay.
He got caught up in a whole bunch of...
Well, he got caught up, and then he tried to do a 2nd effort, and then I don't know if he got folded.
That's not good. Like to see him
Nope.
up and running.
So
again.
Mojica is being helped off the field, bearing no weight, and so chances of seeing him the rest of the night are going to be slim. So that's going to bring it up. That's going to leave it up to Davin Winston.
Which it's not a big fall off.
No, he hasn't been getting a lot of yards. But
Well, I mean, Dom hadn't either, but Davin's a little quicker, he's more of a scat back.
no, that's what I mean. Dominic hasn't been getting a lot of yards, so it's not. I mean, it's sad to say we don't want him to get hurt and come off,
No.
but it's not going to be a big – I don't think it's going to be a big difference here with this Bastrop defense as Winston's in the backfield. Damian Perez. McLaughlin keeps it. He's in the end zone for a Cedar Creek score. From 5 yards out, Brock McLaughlin breaks the goose egg and gets the Eagles on the board here midway through the third quarter. On for the extra point is going to be number 10, Henry Jones, with McLaughlin as the hold. Ball's on the ground. It's on the way. And he punches it through. Cedar Creek gets on the board here. 6:34 to go in the third quarter. It's going to be Bastrop 31, Cedar Creek 7. Need 5 more just like it. So at the cost of number 21, Dominique Mojica, injured out of the game, it looks like, the way he was being carried off, unless it's just a cramp. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. It's not something we really can talk about on the air. But nonetheless, it looks like he is probably not going to return. So the Eagles are going to have to rely on the running game with Davin Winston. This would actually be, I mean, this is where we're missing fullback Duncan Hamlin. He was scheduled to play quite a bit tonight, and he ended up sick at home, so he couldn't make it. So they could actually use him as a fullback because he's a stout young man. I don't know if you know Duncan or not. He's a solid, stout little guy, man.
He's comparable to Bastrop's number 26.
Yes, he is.
It's like trying to tackle a greased pig. He's so big and thick.
All right, so we got Henry Jones teed it up on the 40. Kicks up the left side. That's going to be taken at about the 13-yard line. Starts up the outside of the field, and he finds a hole in the middle. Breaks back to the outside. He's got Gustafson's going to have to track him down, and he does. Forces him out of bounds, but not before he gets inside Cedar Creek territory. That kickoff return by number 6 for the Bastrop Bears is Julius Baynard.
Wow, so what they give him, the 49?
Looks like the 49-yard line. So it's about from the 13 to the 49. So that's 10, 49, about 36-yard kickoff return.
That's a good return.
All right, 1st and 10 from the Bears from the Cedar Creek 49-yard line. 6:23 on the third quarter. Eagles on the board with a McLaughlin rushing touchdown. Handoff to Thompson. He's going to meet resistance, but second effort gets him a couple yards as bodies are flying. I tell you one thing, Sammy, and you'll probably agree with me. There is not a lot of love lost between these two teams.
No, I mean it has been.
It's
better.
gotten a little bit better, but it's every once in a while you'll see these little jabs and stuff that they give each other, and then look around see if anybody saw them. All right, Mauser hands it off to Thompson. He runs up the middle. He's met hard in the secondary by the Cedar Creek Eagles, all the way up to the near first down marker, and it is a Bastrop first down at the 39-yard line. Looks like they're going to give him an extra yard at the 38-yard line. That carry by Thompson for the Bears picks up about 12 yards on the carry.
You know, he's not a big running back, but the boy's
He's got
quick.
a stride on him. Yeah, he's got a.
It's like a gazelle.
All right, Mauser waiting on the snap. Hands that one off to Thompson again, right up the middle. He's got a little bit of running room. Finds a hole inside the 30 to about the 27-yard line, where the Bastrop Bears pick up another first down. The Cedar Creek defensive line is just taking a pounding tonight. Just looking at them in comparison to the Bastrop's offensive line, Bastrop definitely has a little bit of size on them. Maybe not speed, but definitely size. That ball snapped, hand off to Thompson. He bounced to the outside, cuts back. He's still on his feet, gets up over top of the 25 to about the 24-yard line. He's going to pick up a couple.
Man, I mean, he's right in the middle of 3 Eagles. I don't understand how he keeps squirting out of that.
That's going to bring up 2nd down and 7 for the Bears. 4:23 to go in the third. Clock is definitely on the side of the Bears. There's no reason for them to be in a hurry to do anything. Unless they just feel like running it up. Mauser with the snap, hands that one off to Thompson again. He goes up the middle, meets the secondary. He'll be short of the first down, still on his feet. Finally gets brought down. Right at the 20-yard line, so it's going to bring up 3rd and short.
Boy, they're going to run him ragged.
Right.
That's 5 consecutive runs with him.
Well, they're just chipping away little by little.
No, they're getting chunks.
Yeah.
3, 8, 10, 4, 3.
3rd and 3 for the Bears. That ball handed off to Thompson again. He stops and busts outside. Looks like he's going to be close to the first down. He's over the first down marker. Up near the 16-yard line. It's enough for a Bastrop Bear first down.
Did my phone just ring?
Mm-hmm.
It's on vibrate.
I heard it made some kind of noise.
I did too, but it's on vibrate.
All right, Mauser waiting on the snap. Hands that one off to Thompson again. He bustles to the inside, breaks one tackle, still on his feet. Young man's hard to bring down, but Logan Latouf finally finishes the job. Or I'm sorry, no, that's Willie Rangel with the tackle. Ball squirted loose, but after the young man was down, it's going to get thrown for a loss. Looks like it's going to bring up 2nd down and 12 as the ball comes back to about the 18-yard line. So Cedar Creek defense has these little moments of, of play reading and, containment.
We just can't string them together.
Mauser has that one, throws it out to the left side. He's got Jalen Cavazos on the other end of it with the catch inside, right at looks like the 14-yard line. He's going to pick up about 5 yards on the catch. Still going to be 3rd down and long. Should be about 3rd down and 8. 2:11 showing on the 3rd quarter clock. No sponsor for the 3rd quarter, so we'll just do a shout out to everybody. Roscoe State Bank, Bastrop Signs and Banners, Bastrop Stone and Material, Lori Tuggle State Farm Insurance, Uncharted Adventures. Mauser keeps this one, rolls out to the right side. He's looking for a receiver. He's just going to have to run it out of bounds. Did he make the first down marker or not?
Oh, man.
Looks like he did.
Golly.
As a Cedar Creek player just...
He ran right over that, whatever that thing was, and
that
wiped out.
Advertisement.
Oh, wow, they got him short, Pete.
Oh, they cut him short?
Yep, they got him
short. Oh, they got him 4th and short. As Henry Jones goes out limping. He was the one that just went over top of that advertisement on the far side over there. He should be okay, though. All right, 4th and short, 4th and 1. Mauser waiting on the snap, has one setback. That's Thompson. Oh, that should be a false start. Oh, yeah, big time. So that's going to be a false start on number 17 for the Bastrop Bears. That's going to back it up 5. It's going to bring up 4th and long. I imagine we're probably going to see Spurlock here.
Yeah.
And we are. There's going to be a field goal attempt as Spurlock comes in to attempt his 2nd field goal of the night. This was going to be the same as the first one. It's going to be a 30-yard attempt. It looks like it's going to be a 29-yard attempt.
Man, I think somebody turned the AC on in
I
here.
think they did too because I am freezing.
It is cold in here.
All right, the ball will be marked at the 20, so it's a 30-yard field goal attempt. Ball's on the ground. And that ball's blocked too. Cedar Creek picks it up. Oh, it's still on the ground, and they grab it. And all the way up over top of the 30. That's the second. That's the second blocked one. Did he miss? They blocked one earlier? They blocked some earlier.
Yeah, they blocked the field goal earlier.
So he's 1 for 3 on the field goal attempts? trying to think, he made that one, but they blocked something earlier
no,
too.
I think they've blocked 2.
They blocked
and
a
he's
point
missed
after?
one. He's made 1. They've blocked 2, and he's missed 1. So I think he's 1 for 4.
Okay. Either way, the Eagles block it, and so it nullifies the field goal, and the ball comes all the way back before it's wrangled up at the 33-yard line, where the Eagles will have a Bastrop Signs and Banners first down. And the Eagles need to strike quickly as McLaughlin has a snap, rolls out to the right, looking to throw. He's going to air it out the right side. He's got Prinz. Oh, there's flag on the play. That'll be pass interference on number 31 for the Bastrop Bears. It should be, as he turned around. All kinds of contact, and this time he got caught with it. That penalty is going to be on the Bastrop Bears, Brett Rice. It's going to be 15 yards. Wait a minute. What's going on here? Surely it's not.
There it is.
Oh, I thought they were going to all of a sudden be against Cedar Creek like offensive pass interference.
I mean, that's kind of our eye.
Yeah, that's the way it's been going tonight. All right, so they're going to mark off. They marked off 15. That brings the ball all the way up to the Cedar Creek 47-yard line, 48-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 on a Bastrop Signs and Banners first down. McLaughlin waiting on the snap, has one setback, sends Perez in motion. He hands this one off to Winston. He goes up the middle. He scampers for about 3, maybe 4 yards. Should bring up 2nd down and 6. .118 left to go in the third. Eagles down 31-7. 2 receivers to the near side. Winston off of McLaughlin's right shoulder. Sends Freeman in motion. Here's the snap. He's looking to throw. He's got Perez. Oh, right in his hands. Started running with the ball before he got it. He heard the footprints of number 20 for the Bastrop Bears that was closing fast. That's Conrad Pace.
You got to catch that, because if you make him miss and Perez can make him miss, he's got some yardage down the field.
So 3rd and 6 from the Bastrop 48-yard line. Receivers in tight. McLaughlin has Winston off his left or right shoulder.
There he is.
Rolls out. He's got Freeman. Freeman's got some run room. He's got a first down. Oh, he goes head-to-head. Way to go, Mr. Freeman. He goes head-to-head with number 31 for the Bastrop Bears. He felt that one. That's Brett Rice. That was on the receiving end of that pass interference penalty. But that's enough for a Bastrop Signs and Banners first down. As Chris Freeman didn't even lower his head. He just said, if you're going to go, we're going. We're going hard. And he got enough for a Cedar Creek first down at the 35-yard line, 1st and 10. McLaughlin sends Winston in motion. He's got and that ball's knocked down.
Oh,
he catches it. That's caught by, look at that bulldozer. My goodness, who is that? Number 56 for the Bastrop Bears, Trevor Hall. Came down with the ball on the deflection.
No, it's us that came down with the ball.
I know, that's what I'm saying. That's Trevor Hall for the Cedar Creek Eagles. Came down with the deflection. I thought Brock McLaughlin had it, and that young man just turned into a D9 bulldozer. As that ends the third quarter, and the Eagles will have a 2nd down and 7 when we come back from this short message from whoever I decide to pick here. Let's go this one right here.
Uncharted Adventures is the house of untraditional entertainment. From a smash room, axe throwing, a barn lounge, and an area coming soon, 2 lanes of airsoft shooting gallery for the kids of all ages. We are growing to expand your untraditional entertainment. For details, go to unchartedadventures.com or at Uncharted Adventures on Facebook to book your next adventure. That's Uncharted Adventures, the home of untraditional entertainment.
Cedar Creek Eagles, Bastrop Bears, solely on a Creek Broadcast Network.
All right, back here at Memorial Stadium. That was fun to watch right there. That young man, he was like that scene in The Replacements where that big Oriental guy catches, or Asian guy catches the ball, and he just stands there for a second. He didn't know what to do with it, and so he just started running and knocking people out of the way. That's what the old Trevor Hall looked like. All right, 2nd and 7 for McLaughlin. He keeps it. He goes up the middle. Actually, he's going to bust to the outside. Oh, he had a little bit of opening. He's going to get caught with forward progress all the way down to the 30. He's going to pick up maybe 3 yards on the carry. Should bring up about 3rd down and 4. Actually, it's only picked up 2 yards. Going to bring up 3rd and 5. You know, it's one thing to change directions if you have that move to change, but why not? I mean,
if you don't have the move, if you got to slow down to change directions, then it's not helping.
No, not at all. He had an opening there. He could have picked up probably 3 or 4 more yards, and he decided to try to bounce outside. There's McLaughlin. That ball there, just not sure who that was intended for, but that's going to bring up 4th down and 5. I think the pass was intended for Aiden Prinz, but he had his back turned, tied up with the.
He had a little wing route in the flat, and he just
ran into the D-back. So it looks like 4-down territory for the Cedar Creek Eagles as it's 4th and 5 from the 30-yard line. McLaughlin brings the play in. That's going to send Prince to the top side along with Damian Perez, Josh Roberts to the near side in single coverage, and Davin Winston in the slot on the near side, and one goes in motion. McLaughlin looking to throw. Oh, he just quit his route, looked like.
Yeah, he seemed like he slowed way down.
So that pass is incomplete, intended for Aiden Prinz. That's going to bring up a turnover on downs. The Eagles did not need that right now. Let's see if the defense can't come through again. So 11:09 left to go in the 4th quarter. Bastrop Bears on top, 31-7. Mauser with the snap, hands that one off to Barger. He goes up the middle, and he's met after about 3 yards. Oh, they gave him a generous mark. Wow. He picks up 5 on the carry.
5?
Yeah.
5? Are you sure?
I don't. Unless he reached the ball.
They gave him 5.
They did. So the Bears are just taking all the time they want with 15 seconds on the play clock. Game clock's at 10:34. Mauser waiting on the snap. Hands that one off to the inside. That's a new running back. I don't know that guy. Easy, Aiden. I don't need getting a flag. Who's carrying that?
What number was that? 3?
I think it's number 12. Number 12's a fullback.
Okay.
I think number 12 carried that last one. So now Thompson's back in the game in the backfield for the Bears. Mauser has the snap, hands it off to Thompson. Thompson switches directions, comes back. Going to be up near the 1st down marker. And it should be enough for a Bears 1st down all the way up to the Bears 42-yard line. There's a stoppage on the clock.
Oh, they're making him go off the field.
What did he do?
He had it.
His helmet came off or something?
No, he was hobbling on his ankle.
So Logan Latouf goes out. Zane Zimmerman comes in. Logan's taking his time. That boy's been working hard tonight. He's been taking a beating out there on that defensive line. Mauser in a shotgun position with Thompson behind him. Jimmy Mozo up off that right shoulder. Mauser with a quick bubble screen on the outside. He's got some running room. He breaks free. He's going to have a hard time catching him.
They called the play dead, I think, didn't they?
They called the play dead, or he stepped out of bounds?
Oh, okay. Maybe he stepped out of bounds. Yeah, I heard the whistle blow.
Yeah, it's like he stepped out of bounds inside their Cedar Creek territory at the 43-yard line. But not before the Bastrop Bears pick up a first down. He was off to the races for sure. But he stepped out of bounds at the 43-yard line as we'll have 1st and 10 for the Bears. Mauser in a shotgun position. Here's the snap. It's a low snap. Picks it up. Hands it off to Thompson. Thompson busts to the outside. He's got a first down. That's going to be
9 yards.
A 9-yard carry by Thompson. Thought it was going to be a horse collar. Patman's calling for it. Coach Patman's calling for the horse collar, but not going to get called. Looks like he had him by the shoulder pad. First, it's actually going to be 2nd and short. 2nd and 1 for the Bears. As Mauser looks to the sideline for the play change. Here's the snap, hands it off to Thompson. Up the middle, cuts back to the inside. And he gets inside the 20 at about the 19-yard line. It'll be a Bastrop Bears first down on the Thompson carry. Hard to believe this team is 0-4 in district. I mean,
without running back.
This kid's been running like crazy.
And honestly, the quarterbacks.
Wish I had some stats to look at to find out what they've been doing. But
you don't want to see their stats. I have their stats, but you don't want to see their stats.
No, they're for the year.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I'm actually shocked.
That ball's handed off and swallowed up quickly right at the line of scrimmage. Going to give him the line of scrimmage. They'll bring up 2nd and 10. Kids are over there again playing with the lights. So clock ticking away, 8:24 to go in the game. Eagles down 31-7. Bastrop is threatening right at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10, there's a screen pass out to the left side. Picks up about 3 yards on the reception.
Who was that to? Did you get to see? 20?
Hang on a second.
Or 5 or 6?
6. Pass caught by Julius Baynard. Baynard. All right, 3rd and 7 for Mauser. Waiting on the snap. Fading back, looking to throw. Going to toss one up in the corner.
Nope.
And that was good coverage by
Micah
Roberts.
We got a flag on the field.
No, that flag was on the far side. Looks like it's going to go against Bastrop. I didn't see what the call was. Holding, maybe?
Well, let's see if they step it off 10.
Oh, they're not going to mark it off anything.
No, they're going to decline it. 4th and 7.
Cedar Creek. Oh. So 4th and 7 with the Bastrop Bears at the 17-yard line. The Eagles decide to decline that penalty. That ball handed off to to Barger. Oh, he's ripped his 2nd effort.
Ooh. One's got him short.
One's got him short. They both got him short.
Oh, they both have him short.
So that's going to be a turnover on downs for the Bastrop Bears as the Eagles. It looked to me like he was stopped and then 2nd effort got over the first down marker because his knees did not go down.
Yeah, I thought he got past the 10.
But then again, we're 60 yards away. They see a lot better than we can.
Yeah, he had to have had a knee touch or something.
Or an elbow maybe. I don't know. But either way, it's a Bastrop Signs and Banners first down for the Cedar Creek Eagles at their own 11-yard line. The last history of this game has not fared well for the Eagles in this position. But we'll see what McLaughlin can do being 89 yards away from the promised land. Ooh, there's a false start on Bastrop, but there's no flags on the play. That ball is thrown to Chris Freeman. Incomplete.
Man, he had a little bit of room, too.
That should have been a false start on Bastrop. But there was no flag on the call, so it's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. It's a fast game tonight.
It really is. Yeah, I have that on vibrate. I don't understand what is going on.
All right, 2nd down and 10. McLaughlin has Winston off his left shoulder, sends him in motion. McLaughlin's going to keep it. He's going to get swallowed up.
He never
for another
checked.
sack.
Yeah, he never checked the blitz.
That's going to bring up, looks like 3rd and 13 as he loses 3 on the sack. Clock down to 6:50 in the game. Cedar Creek pinned deep in their own end. 3rd and 13 from the 8-yard line. That ball's going to be whistled dead. That's going to be a false start on Cedar Creek. That's going to back it up 5 more. It was a 2-yard penalty?
Half the distance to the goal.
He was at the 7-yard line, though.
Yeah,
or 8-yard line.
It's inside the 10. So inside the 10 is half the distance.
Oh, okay. Oh, learned something new. All right, McLaughlin sends Freeman in motion. Here's waiting on the snap, standing on his own goal line. McLaughlin's going to air one out. He's got Josh Roberts, and no flag on the play. Good coverage by the Bastrop Bears, number 7, Dwayne Jackson. As McLaughlin tried to air that one out, and that's going to bring up 4th and 16. And
man, I got to say, Pete, one-on-one, he's got to make that play. He's got to go up and high point the ball. I mean, that's what you ask for as a receiver. Put me one-on-one and throw it up.
This isn't the same enthusiasm I've seen.
It's most certainly not.
In the last couple of games, especially towards the end, it seems like they've kind of maybe given up a little bit on this one here. As McLaughlin stands in the middle of the end zone, waiting on the snap to give Bastrop probably pretty great field position, if not below, nearly blocked. That ball's punted, comes down at about the 33-yard line and goes out of bounds at the 37-yard line, where the Bears will start 1st and 10 with 6 minutes, 11 seconds to go in the game.
Pretty much expect to see a lot of running from Bastrop at this point.
Right, they're going to break one. Defense is tired. That ball's handed off to Thompson. Or I'm sorry, Barger. He breaks it up the middle, almost near the 1st down marker. He's going to pick up 9 on the carry.
That's 26.
That's 26. Oh, he's a new guy in the game, number 26, Nick Miller. He's a junior fullback, getting some snaps.
Well, they haven't scored this half.
No, they haven't. That ball's handed off to Miller again. He bumbles up over top of the 1st down marker to about the 25-yard line for a Bears 1st down. Nick Miller picks up about 7 on the carry. I wonder if the bye week would have made any difference.
I don't think so. I think we just got bugs. We can't get over the turnover bug, man.
Yeah, that's true. All right, Mauser waiting on the snap. Sends one in motion. I'm take that back. That's Williams in the game now for Mauser, number 2. He carries that ball. That's Miller with the carry up to the 20-yard line, picks up 5.
Down to the 20-yard line, 2nd down and 5.
All right, Williams drops back. Shotgun position, 2 receivers to the top, sends one in motion. Turns it up, hands it up the middle. Gets it up to the 15-yard line. Oh, they're going to, one's showing him short. The other one's showing, nope, he's going to show him short. Nope. Wait, he's short. What? It's not a first down.
Yeah, he's short.
He was waving them on like a first down. That's going to bring 3rd down and 1 as the Bears eat some more time up on the clock. Williams has the play. Here's the snap. He keeps this one, goes up the middle, got a little running room. Gets up near the 10-yard line before he's met by Henry Jones and Ian Denton Croft for the Eagles. It's going to be a Bastrop Bears first down. Huh? Oh, give me a second, man. Okay. All right, Bastrop Bears clock is ticking at 2:22. They're just taking their sweet time. 16 seconds on the play clock. Ball's sitting at the 10-yard line. 2nd down and 9. There's the snap. Williams hands it off to Miller. Miller goes up that left side. He's met by Logan Latouf and company for a short gain. Bring up 3rd down to about 6.
Miller again, down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. 3rd down.
All right, minute 24 to go in the game. Williams sends one in motion. Here's the snap. Hands it off to Miller. Gets inside the 5 before he's finally brought down. Short of the first down. It's going to bring up 4th down and short. They're just letting the clock run down with 8 seconds to go. They're going to take a timeout, reset the clock, and they should have to only snap the ball.
Probably kneel it.
One time to take a knee and end this game.
You know, that's one thing that has changed, Pete. They would never try to stop scoring before.
No.
They could be 30 seconds left, up by 70, and still try to score into the 4th quarter.
So it's going to be a short post-game wrap-up. Not much to talk about in the second half for the Cedar Creek Eagles except for their 1 touchdown that they got on a Brock McLaughlin rushing touchdown from about 8 yards out. That's been the only glimmer for the Cedar Creek Eagle offense as the Cedar Creek defense have gotten it handed to them. They've been on the field most of the night, it seems like, and just been doing the best they possibly can to corral these Bastrop Bears. But the Bears came to play tonight, being 0-4 in district. They basically came in with the attitude of a must-win. Not that they have an opportunity to make it to the playoffs, but nonetheless, they still want to try to do the best they possibly can. And the Cedar Creek Eagles are always a prime target.
The way this district is, if they win out, they can make playoffs.
They only have 2 more games.
Yeah, well, that'll put them at, what, 4 and... They're that's
yeah,
right.
They're 0. So that's going to look like going to rush it in for a Bastrop touchdown as Nick Miller finished what he started. The clock never started. I don't think, it did. Rattled off 6 seconds. So that puts Bastrop up 37-7. Extra point pending. Ball's on the way, and it's good. .22 ticks on the clock. Cedar Creek's Bastrop Bears on top, 38-7. All right, the Bears are going to kick it off one last time. Probably going to be a little squib kick, probably, just to try to eat up some time or eat up some whatever. As they've controlled this game from start to finish tonight over the Eagles. Oh, he kicks it away up the left side. And it looks like Damian Perez is going to bring that in. He's going to start up the right side, still on his feet. Breaks one loose. He's got one to beat. Aaron goes. Damian Perez to the house. Coast to coast. No flags on the field for a Cedar Creek touchdown. If you're going to end it, you might as well end it that way.
End with a bang.
Is that Damian or is that Davin? Can't see that. It looks like Damian.
I can't tell.
He keeps walking sideways. I can't see his number. So point after pending. Henry Jones comes on for the extra point. I believe that was Davin Winston, or I believe it was Damian Perez with the with that return of about near 90 or near 86 yards. That ball's on the way. It's a low kick, but he's going to make it. Henry Jones punches it through. It's going to make it 38-14 with 10 seconds left on the clock. I thought they had him right around the 40-yard line, but all of a sudden he just like turned on another speed and he just took it off. Just, man, that young man's got some speed.
Once again, don't forget to stick around. They have a special encore performance with our Cedar Creek Eaglettes and your Bastrop Honey Bears. After the game, once the teams have exited the field.
All right, so we probably look at an onside kick here that got a different kicker in for the Eagles. This is going to be, what was it, Rodriguez? Is that his name? 35? Yeah, Eric Rodriguez. He did some kicking earlier in the season when Henry Jones was out with an injury. And doesn't have a bad leg. It's not as long as Henry Jones's, but nonetheless, this is probably going to be a, yeah, it's going to be just a little pooch kick. That's going to be caught. Fair catch by number 4 for the Bastrop Bears, Jackson Jenkins. And they're going to probably take a knee on the snap. The Bastrop Bears will have a first down right about their own 42-yard line. All right, he takes that snap, and Williams takes the knee. And that's going to run out the clock for your Cedar Creek Eagles and Bastrop Bears. We're going to take a short break and come back with a couple of numbers for you. This is the Creek broadcast team on SHN Sports live from Memorial Stadium. We'll be right back.
If you're from Texas, you understand the value of hard work, a warm smile, a firm handshake, and the loyalty of a friend. These defining qualities of what it means to be from Texas are the qualities you'll find in the folks at the Roscoe State Bank. Formed in 1906 out of the farming plains of West Texas, the Roscoe State Bank has been a model of true community banking for almost 110 years. Honesty, integrity, hard work, it's what being a Texan's all about. And that's what Roscoe State Bank is all about. Roscoe State Bank is a proud supporter of Cedar Creek Eagles and a member FDIC.
Bastrop Stone Material Supply is a proud sponsor of Cedar Creek football and the Creek broadcast team on SHN Sports. Bastrop Signs and Banners is a proud sponsor of Cedar Creek football and the Creek broadcast team live on SHN Sports. Schlotzsky's of Bastrop is a proud sponsor of the Creek broadcast team on SHN Sports.
Cedar Creek Eagles, Bastrop Bears, solely on Creek Broadcast Network.
Well, we're back here at Memorial Stadium. I can't say it was much of a showdown, Sammy. So Brock McLaughlin went 10 for 24 for 122 yards total on the game. 1 fumble, no interceptions, 1 rushing TD. Young man, only 49 yards rushing total for the whole team. So we call that, 171 yards total offense for the whole game? Yeah. And that's it. We want to thank our sponsors, Schlotzsky's Deli from out of Bastrop and Elgin. We also want to thank Roscoe State Bank as our title sponsor for making this all possible for us. Bastrop Signs and Banners was our first down sponsor tonight. Thanks to Tim and Maria and Matt over there at Bastrop Signs, 14 years, family-owned business at Bastrop Signs on Facebook or bastropsigns.com. Bastrop Stone and Material is our booth sponsor tonight, our broadcast booth or press box, whatever you want to call it. They're located at 1433 Highway 71 right here in Bastrop. BastropStone.com for everything you need for masonry products. They have it all over there. Go to call Jaime or Gabby at 512-303-5060. My good friend Lori Tuggle, State Farm Insurance, located 815 Highway 71, Suite D, D like dog, in Bastrop, 7602. LoriTuggleAgency.com, 512-581-3939. Uncharted Adventures out of Kyle, located at 396 County Road 202, Building 17, B like boy, Kyle, Texas. Unchartedadventures.com to book your next session. Schlotzsky's. We already talked about Schlotzsky's. Who am I missing here? I believe that is it. So, well, Sam, any parting words for the week ahead, getting ready for Glenn? The Eagles will be on the road to take on Leander Glenn in Bible Stadium in Leander on Friday night, the 13th. Ooh, that's not good. Friday the 13th. I didn't even think about that.
Maybe it's good for us, Pete.
Might be. We could use a little voodoo maybe. So, Eagles had a rough go tonight. They started out slow. They ended slow. One rushing touchdown by Brock McLaughlin. One run back on a kickoff by Damian Perez was the only sparks the Eagles had tonight. Defense was on the field most of the night. Bastrop Bears pretty much controlled the game from start to finish. With their not necessarily it wasn't their air game. Everything that Bastrop did was on the ground. So, yeah, that's not good. Stick a fork in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we're just looking across the field, and it's probably pretty safe to say that we're not going to see Dominique Mojica for the rest of the season, unfortunately. We wish him well in healing fast because we really need him in the backfield. So the final score on behalf of the Creek broadcast team and SHN Sports. Oh, I want to do a quick shout out to to Rob Hipp. He is the guy that runs and owns SHN Sports out of Georgetown, and he came up sick this last couple of days, and he's became one of the statistics, unfortunately. So our prayers to Rob up there to get well soon and to take care of yourself and everybody around you. So we need you back. You're too valuable of an asset for this program and for our company to have you down too long. So we wish you the best, Rob Hipp at SHN Sports. So on behalf of the Creek broadcast team and SHN Sports, I'm Pistol Pete with Sam Houston live from Memorial Stadium, where your Cedar Creek Eagles just dropped a heavy one against the Bastrop Bears. Your final score, Bastrop Bears 38, Cedar Creek 14. Bastrop gets ready for Connolly right back here at the Memorial Stadium next Friday as the Eagles travel to Leander Glen. And then Eagles come back here on the 20th for Brenham in the final game. That is senior night, and the Bastrop Bears will travel to Elgin for their final game of the season. So, with that being said, we are going to bid a fondue from whatever that word is, fondue, from Memorial Stadium and the Creek broadcast team. Good night, everybody. Be safe.